So are you connecting to Zoom, Rob? No, you don't need to. Because I'm about to admit you, but you don't need to. Okay. And as I was mentioning earlier on, this class is very, very small right now. And 3 of the people who are online told me they can't make it today, so it's going to be very limited. And we hope that they'll let it run. But the gallery, what? I knew they had changed the format, but where are all my tools? Huh? So I'm not gonna, I don't want to admit you because you're not, well, I can admit you, but you're gonna have to turn off your sound. But where's Yolanda? She's still joining. I don't have all my tools. What happened to all my tools? I'm sorry, they changed it a bit, but I haven't had this issue. Okay. I had just, when I walked in. Okay, so you need to turn your sound off, Rod, because that feedback is because we're on the same room.
Oh,
Just get off.
yeah, I can.
There you go.
Okay.
No, not yet. So you need to go over here.
Yes,
Go to the Zoom.
then turn the mic
And then go audio. Don't turn it off. Go to the arrow.
Okay, it's off.
No, go to the arrow.
Oh, okay. All right.
And leave computer audio.
Ah.
There we go. You don't need to, but if you want to get me my help supporting how to do it. Okay. So Yolanda was joining and then it stopped. So let me see what's happening with Yolanda. There she's coming again. Okay, let's hope she connects this time. There she's coming. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and close the door a little bit. I saw some of our administrators walking by, and I don't really want them to see how empty the room is. Okay. There we go. It's almost, it's still available because there's a little door thing on it. Okay. There we go. All right. Hi, Yolanda. You can't see me yet. Hi, how are you? Nice to see you, Yolanda. So I'm gonna, I need to figure out why the camera that points to students isn't working, which is that one, because then you can see her and she can see you. But right now she can't see you. She's only seeing me because this is the wrong camera. I don't know. It's connected technically, so I'm gonna ask tech support to come and try to figure that out. So let me make that phone call so that, because they might take a few minutes or a few hours. So let me make that quick phone call to tech support, and then we'll get going. So I always have to find the tech support number is hiding in one of my IT. support? Yes. Normally I call. Nope, I only have their email. I'm going to have to use the phone number. Okay. Hello? Hi. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay. Hi. So I'm in room 3. I'm Diana Musaki. I'm in room 3 at the Wake Center. Is this Norma? It sounds familiar. Your voice. Good. So I'm here doing a HyFlex class, and I have 2 webcams, and one is not connecting. So if someone can come out at some point to help connect that one, I don't know why it's not connecting. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep teaching, but yeah, no, it's fine. They can come in and fix it because my Zoom people can't see the people in the classroom. It's not important. I can keep teaching. So, but as soon as someone comes in, if they can kind of come in and fix it, that would be fine. I don't know. It's connected, so I don't know why it's not working. Yeah, one points towards the classroom, one points towards me, and the one that isn't connecting. Whatever. I don't know why. The one pointing to the classroom is not working. So the students are seeing me at home, which is fine, but they're not seeing the classroom. So it's not like I'm going to keep going with the class. It's not interrupting my class, but I would like it. And some people are joining, so I need to pay attention to them. I need to hang up. Okay. All right. Bye. You're welcome. It's funny when you hear a voice and you go, I know this tech support person. Hi, Bob. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
Nice to see you guys.
Hi.
Here.
All right. So I was just on tech support for a second. That's why I was letting you in immediately. And to let everyone know, you can't see the classroom right now. They can see you because they're on the big screen, but you can't see them because the webcam's not working. So whenever they come to fix the webcam, you'll get to see them. But meanwhile, hi. Everyone say hi. Mary, you don't know. This is part of our people who are up on the screen right now are part of our class. Nice to see you all. Okay, so I know there's quite a few people at home who today couldn't make it, and some of them have done the first class, and so they're coming on Wednesday. But just so you know, the class is Monday and Wednesday, twice a week at 12:30. Okay, so now I'm talking to the class. So Evelyn, everyone up here. Oh my goodness! First of all, Mary, you cannot have that coffee here. No, not even there. Pick it up and go and take it to the back. It cannot be anywhere near the computers. There's a little table right outside the door. You can put it in, right outside the door. And then you can stand there and drink it and come back, with the door open, it's fine. Or if you really, really, really need to, you can just drop it right there in that part of the table, leave it there, but yeah. Sorry, I was beginning to talk and suddenly I saw someone with a typical Starbucks cup. Those are the worst because they spill. And so this is also something you could consider in your own homes, that if you have any kind of liquid near your computer, if it's a laptop, you have to spend a couple of $1,000s or whatever you spent on your computer again. If it's just a keyboard, then, a couple $100s. So it's not worth it. Don't put any liquids near your computer. If you eat and you put crumbs, you can ruin the keys. Again, for some food and drink, you could have to replace your entire laptop. That's not fixable, okay? That's it. For no other reason, I'm not trying to be mean. It's just that, again, it's the rules. Yeah, it's the rule. Someone said that their good bottle was stolen in another part of the campus, and I'm like, well, we've never had that issue here. But if you're worried about being stolen, then just keep it right next to the printer on the inside. There's a little bit of table there, and don't forget to take it. It shouldn't be there, but at least it's better than nothing, but not on the tables. All right. So hi, I'm just letting you all know that this class is very, very, very tiny. I haven't spent a lot of time emailing everyone again and again asking them to come because I kind of feel like who should be here is people who want to take the class. They haven't canceled it yet, so hopefully they won't, because once they let it go, they don't usually cancel it. And since this one rolls over into Mac Level 1 and Mac Level 2, some of you who aren't in those might sign up. Anyway, it's going to work out, but yeah, I kind of decided to let the class be what it is, and if it doesn't fill up, then people don't need it. I don't know, but it's not that. People don't know what the classes are. I'm remodeling, changing the names. We're figuring it out, but I also am tired of begging. But come on, please take my class. But if you know of anyone who you really think might need it or use it, please let them know, because we don't want them to be canceling level 1 and 2 and all of those. But right now, everything is pretty empty. All my classes are pretty empty. So if you have any chance to, spread the word, please do so. All right. That said, here we are. Intro to the Mac. For some of you guys, you've taken this class before. It doesn't matter. Things change constantly in the world of computers. There's new things coming up. And some of you have taken it before, but you need a refresher. And some of you know quite a bit. And, Bob, he knows a lot. But every now and then there's a golden nugget that he might learn. But the reason I'm pointing Bob in particular, for those of you who live in Santa Barbara, he's actually a tutor at the public library, at the main library. So when my class is not happening, basically since, November, December, January, and you need help, there's a group of tutors. Bob is one of them who helps people, and he was a Windows specialist, and another tutor, Stephen, was here last class, and they took my classes so that they can help people on their Macs now. And so he won't be present to the class all the time. He's there in the background listening in, but he's doing that so that he can then know how to help you when you guys go there. So if you ever need support, call the library, get an appointment, ask for Bob. Bob, do they call you Bob there too, Bob Moran?
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Because I think it's Robert originally. And he's one of the ones who now can help you on your Mac. Okay? And I'm not sure how much Stephen did the course, the 3 classes last time too. Stephen, right? Or Steve? Was it? I think it's Stephen. I'm trying to remember. I'm not very good. But anyway, but he just took one session. Bob's been around for quite a while, so he knows much more. So just letting you know that that's available. You guys are amazing, and thank you. And yeah.
I do phones. I do phones too.
Oh, now he's look at that, iPhones. Any phone or iPhones?
Yeah, any phones.
Because Android and iPhone. So there you go. What a service, right? All right. So thanks for that, and let's get going. So now, normally I have this other one running, and I'm going to set it up now so that when someone tech support comes and fixes that, then this can be pointing to me. So give me just 1 second, because this is the one that when I open it, it will, once they fix the other account, this is the one that's going to point to me. So right now you're going to see me twice.
Recording in progress.
There we go. So for now, I will pay not much attention to this one, but this is the one where you guys at home should be seeing me, and this one should be pointing to you guys. You know what? I can do that right now by doing this.
Oh, good.
It's not going to have good... See if I put it here.
Mm.
Well, that's kind of almost there. It's not perfect, but it's almost there as long as it doesn't, it's going to be hard for me to use my computer. But here it won't hold unless I put it, well there, you can kind of see most of them. You don't see Evelyn up here front, but you're seeing everyone else. So for now, that's good. And I'm using my own to show me, myself, and there we go. Okay, so with one thing and another, we're going to make this work. Let me put this one way over there, and this over here, so that when... There we go. So now everyone can see, except for Evelyn, they can see you, but say if you lean back, there's someone there. Okay, good. So that feels a bit better. And now I'm not in front of you guys, but that's going to work. Okay, so that was fix it. Oh, thank you for picking these up. I was wondering what had fallen. The old tags and my name tag. Okay. So I'm Deanna. Most of you know me or have seen me a little bit or a lot of it, like you met me one class. 12 years? My goodness. There's Mary back from 12 years ago. And then some of you guys I see all the time, and so I love it. So other than starting from the beginning, I want to know more of what you guys need, because many times I have a lot of beginners. I kind of have to do the thing, but looking at who's here, other than Evelyn, the rest of you, well, and Mary for a long time, but you're not absolute beginners. So let me just check in for a second with Evelyn here. What's your, do you have you said you have a PC at home. Is it a Windows computer? It's a Windows computer. Do you have an Apple, an iPad, or an iPhone? Okay. And that's, so just to be clear, because some people come here because they have an iPad, it's an Apple thing, or they have an iPhone, it's an Apple thing, or they have a Mac computer. So if you don't have any of those three, do you have an Android phone? Yeah, because she was in my handheld devices class, and handheld devices includes Androids and tablets that are, well, Android again, just Mac and Android devices. And so she liked the class. She's here to learn more. But this class is specifically for Apple products, Mac and Apple products. So more than happy to have you here and to learn using the computer, because you don't have your own. But basically, the next question would be, are you comfortable with your devices at home? Like you know how to use them really well, or you're an in-between? You've emails and things like that. Okay, because when someone is comfortable with their computer in one type and moves to another type, it's one type of learning. And it's another when you're really new to computers. You know what I mean? Now, knowing that you are mostly a PC person, whenever I show something, I'll say, well, this is equivalent to that on the PC. Does that make sense? And Bob, of course, is a bilingual person. And some of you guys have an in-between mix match with your phones or with your Macs. So just to get an idea, the rest of you here have Mac computers. Does everyone have an iPhone? If you have an Android, raise your hand. Just Evelyn. Okay. And how about pads? Does anyone have an iPad? 3 of you guys have an iPad. Okay, how about at home? Do you have an iPad? No. Okay. So there's 3 iPads here, and the rest of you all have iPhones from what I got. And I don't know, Bob, do you even have an iPhone, or do you do that with your, do you do the class with your Android, or do you have an iPhone to play around with? I don't know, Bob is here. Because last time, Stephen, the other tutor, he bought an older Mac so that he could learn to use it, so that he could teach. But someone's talking in the background of somewhere. I think it's in the background of Bob. I'm muting you, Bob. If you were trying to talk to me, I couldn't hear you. It felt like you were talking to someone in the background. But if you were trying to talk to me, you have to unmute yourself. Just letting them know. Okay. So, and given that you don't have a Mac either, instead of starting from scratch, what we do in this Intro to the Mac class is get you comfortable with your computer settings and with the iCloud. The iCloud is that thing that connects all of our Mac devices. And it also contains all of the information that your phones and your computers and your iPads hold, as long as you put your settings for that to be the case. But you can also say, no, I want my computer to have some stuff, but not my phone. My phone, but not my computer. So you can isolate that. The easiest way to use everything is to just have everything have everything. But you don't have to set it up that way. And some people, for privacy issues or for space issues on there, they don't want to pay more space for the iCloud, then they choose to have certain things in certain places. And you can do that as well, okay? So that's normally the main gist of this class, getting you to the point where you understand where your things are, your files, your applications, your things. In Mac Level 1, we drill deeper into handling all those files and stuff like that. And yes, did you know that you could, some of you already know, it's not a surprise as you've taken these classes, but that you can open a file on your computer and then open it on your phone and then open it on your iPad and keep working on it in all three places, and it's everywhere at the same time. As long as I said that the settings are all made to work that way. So it's being able to be comfortable with that and understanding how that works and being able to do it yourself. One thing that depending on who's in class, when I have a lot of beginners, it's harder to test whether people can do it on their own because I have different levels. But you're all a bit more experienced, and so I want to have more proof that without me telling you what to do, that you can produce it yourselves. And of course I'm here to help you, right? Of course I'm going to show it and do it. But I want to be able to walk by and then have you guys at home tell me that, yeah, you feel comfortable with this. Does that make sense? Because it won't be the first time you've ever heard it, but it might be the first time you're able to really get it. Because, yeah, you've heard it, you've done it with me, but the moment I'm not around, how did you tell me to do it? You know what I mean? It's easy to be directed to do something, and it's harder to produce it yourself. So I'm going to try to treat you guys as more advanced beginners. Or not beginner, advanced, what's that? Yeah, there we go. Instead of advanced beginners, that's the same, but a weird, intermediate, right? And hopefully we'll talk at a level that some of you guys might still find confusing because you're like, wait, I know I took this before, but I'm not that sure. But some of you can ask me some more advanced questions. Sometimes Bob has more advanced questions. Sometimes others, Julie, who has taken this class a few times, who's going to be here on Wednesday. There's a bunch of other people who will be here. Not a bunch, but there's like two at least other people that I know will be here on Wednesday who have taken this class quite a bit. So prepare your questions, okay? So the first homework I have for you guys is go home and do stuff, or when you're doing your stuff, and go, oh, I wish I knew more about this. And write it down, and then ask me, or take screenshots, and then ask me. Does that make sense? The things that you stumble over, have a little notepad next to your computer and go, I always do it this way, but is there a better way? Or I don't do this because I don't know how to, but it's not one of the things that she teaches. Write it down. Bring me. Ask me that question. I'm much more open, since, again, I'm not starting from scratch. I'm much more open to telling you about those things. Also, there's so many settings that we never review because we're reviewing the basic ones. So I might go in and try to see if we can get to some other settings that are also important but are a bit less basic. Some that you just need to know are the ones I always cover. But there's more that are important. So if you find something that you want to know, write it down. If you want to give me an email so that I can know ahead of time what you're asking me, that would be fine. But if not, just bring your note to class, take a photo of it if you've made the note on your desk, and then pull it up here. Something's happening on your computer, you don't understand what's happening, take a screenshot of it if you know, or take a picture of it, and then show it to me, and then hopefully I can help you figure it out. Does that make sense? Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping because they told us the other day at school, we got an email from the Mac Tech area, and they said that they were going to do a big update to all of the Macs, and so I thought, oh great, we're going to move over to Tahoe, and they haven't. We're still in Sequoia. So I'm going to reach out to them and ask them when are we moving to Sequoia, to Tahoe. So here's the thing. The latest operating system that came out between November and December, sometime in November, is Tahoe. And my home computer, I moved up to Tahoe because I figured I need to get ready to teach it in the spring. So I've been using Tahoe on my home computer to be ready to teach in the spring. Well, it turns out that this is a school computer, and it doesn't allow me to go up to Tahoe. And I thought, literally, that the email that came 2 days ago, they were moving us up to Tahoe, and then I just got in here, and I discovered it's still in Sequoia. So I can't teach you Tahoe until I can show it, and I was hoping I could do this laptop into Tahoe, because, you know, but the thing is that since it's also a school computer, it's still not allowing me to move out. Let me just check. Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me make sure, because what I'm saying, I checked a few days ago after they did this. Yeah, no. So it's still not. It's checking. Your Mac is running the latest software update allowed by your organization, is what it says. Yeah. So the names are inconsequential. The number of OS operating system 15.7 is basically macOS Sequoia 15 is the name and number of what we all have to teach you with. But there's a new operating system that came out in November, and as right now we're on macOS Sequoia 15, which is it's been coming up from 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. But the newer one, Tahoe, they just decided to link it to the year, so it's 26. So it's called macOS 26, and by nickname Tahoe, because they put different California landmarks names on this. So it's 26. So it jumps from 15 to 26, but it's only because they decided to change the system, not because there's been a humongous change in it. It's very similar. It's very, very, very similar. So not to worry too much. But if you update to Tahoe and you have a question for me, you'll just have to share your screen and I'll have to look at it because we don't have it here yet. In the past, I had a school computer on one thing and this one on another thing because the computer was slower. But now they're both on the same one and they're not letting me update. I'm going to call Ryan Alexander to see when they're planning to do it. So again, it's up to you. If you want to go up to Tahoe, I have it on my computer and it's working. And it's fine, and it's not very different, but I can't demo it to you. So if I teach from home, I can show it to you on my computer, which I do teach some of my other classes that are only on Zoom. I can teach from home. Then I can show them, but it's the Photoshop, it's all of those. The Mac classes I'm teaching in this mode, so I have to be here, so I don't have Tahoe to show you. Again, it's not very different, Gigi. If you do want to give it a try, but since we are going to be here, you know, for a few months, if you take level 1, 2, 3, and whatever, then maybe by then they'll have dated. The thing is, I have to say, I don't think they will, because if they don't do it during the break, it would be very rare that they would suddenly update when everyone's using it to work and in the middle of class. Yay, tech support. So everyone, if you want to take a short break, I'm going to try to get that. Hi, Linda. Nice to see you. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I can get the webcam set up correctly. So go ahead and, I don't know, maybe it's 5 minutes. Pop your head in 5, and if not 10, and it's just an early break. Okay? Whoops. Bob. Let me tell Bob what's happening. Okay. So, te explico. Esta cámara es la que siempre está conectada para la clase. y esta me mira a mí,
Pero esto está conectado a la computadora.
a la computadora.
Nada
Sí.
está conectado a tu laptop.
No, pero como, o sea, esta normalmente está dada vuelta y me mira a mí y esa a la clase. Pero como no está funcionando, le di vuelta a esa y estoy usando esta para mí en este momento. Pero normalmente esto, ahora lo estoy medio que sobreviviendo de esta manera, no los vemos a todos, pero y se cae. Pero bueno, no entiendo por qué esa, y no está en las opciones. Ya le vi que está conectada, pero después de eso conecta adentro a la computadora, lo que ustedes tienen acceso, yo no. No sé dónde está.
Oren me dijo que le llamara a él.
Ok. Perdón que estoy con No, soy yo con el micrófono. Entonces, sí, porque es un ser medio raro.
Sí, me pensó que estaba conectada a tu laptop. Tal vez eso es lo que le está perdiendo.
Ah, espera. Ay, yo me acuerdo que él me dijo. Espera. Esta, porque el zoom no puede, espera, me estoy tratando de acordar hoy, porque el zoom no puede tener dos cámaras al mismo tiempo. Entonces esta
Está pasando a tu...
la puse acá.
Pero nos va a meter...
Ah, espera, entonces me equivoqué. Esta es por eso que yo tenía mi propia. Acá es donde tengo que conectar con esa.
Sí,
Espera,
es lo que me dijo. Tal vez está confundida. Esto se ve de cuál
Logitech.
está conectada.
me olvido porque después de todo el verano me olvido que esta es la que mira a la clase.
Ok, ahora sí ya funciona.
Sí, pero está fuera de foco. Qué raro. Mírala.
Tal vez está tapado o algo.
Te veo a vos te enfocó. Gigi, ¿quién? Ah, está bien, porque hace rato que no uso, claro, la vengo usando todo el verano. Ok, pero igual está muy fuera de foco, me acuerdo, aún, mira, ¿ves? Esa, me acuerdo que estaba fuera de foco antes del fin de año. No sé por qué esa está fuera de foco. ¿Ves que está muy blurry? No entiendo por qué. Bueno, eso puede ser.
Diana,
Hi, yes, Yolanda.
could the problem have been, I'm sick, and so my computer did not want to move. There's a red thing in there, and so I could not use my computer. I'm using my what you call this? I'm using my
Your
little
iPhone, yeah.
yeah, and could that be the reason why
No.
this?
You're not a problem at all. It was my webcams that were all off. I forgot that one of them had to be on mine.
I see, because
It's okay.
I'm alone in here, and my son is not here to help me out when
That's
I
fine.
have this kind of problem.
No, that's fine. You can watch me on your phone like that and then work on your computer. If you need to share your screen, you won't be able to, but that's the only problem. That's okay.
Okay, thank
Whenever
you.
your son gets back, we can make it work. Your face is on, yeah.
It's perfect. It's just the file.
What's that? What's that? Oh. Put him on speakerphone, maybe?
I have you on speaker.
Hi, Oren. So, if I go to my camera,
Yep, so if you go to your video settings, and right there in the bottom it should say like HD
No, let me see. There. Oh, it's a bit better. Yeah, it's not. It's a bit better. Not much better. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see the difference, and no, it's no. It just suddenly made it seem even farther away. Like it's so weird. HD is like it zoomed in. Yeah, it just became as if with a wide camera, wide angle. That's what it seems to do. Okay. Original ratio. Okay, so it's just blurry, but they can kind of get an idea of who's in the room. That's fine. Got it. Okay. Great. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's been a whole summer and a whole long break, and I'd forgotten that my computer's the one that pointed towards them. So I was trying to connect both. But yeah, thank you. Bye. Okay, so everyone who's still here, since most of the people who are inside this classroom haven't come back yet, I'm going to go call them. But if you can hear me, let's say 3 more minutes. So I'll go and make sure. I don't know, but I'm going to use the restroom meanwhile too. So since this is our break, I'm going to run to the restroom too. Well, I kind of gave an early break because we needed to do this. And now it's done, so that's good. And now I remember for next time. I was like, wait, because it's here.
No, she said if there's something about she likes to connect back to her own laptop. Is it connected to the laptop?
It's connected to the laptop, but it wasn't, yeah,
Now you know.
it wasn't chosen. I was forgetting that when I got here I had to, because before it was already set that way, but then I've been on, we can take another break later, but since we took a break, my body's telling me that I need to use the restroom because that's what it does. It's like, oh, everyone's out, it's break time. All right, I'll take a quick bathroom break and I'll be back. Okay, so Yolanda, Carol, if you can hear me, Bob, come on back. And Mary stepped out, but we're ready to go. All right. Good. Now, I remember now that you don't really see me full forward. You see me kind of sideways, but that's okay. If I do that, you see me a bit better. Okay. Cool. So, what I was saying is that that would have been a good question to ask them, but I'll talk. The people who know are the people who are they fix things and whatnot, but the person who's going to tell me whether we're going to update to the new system is going to be the guy in charge, and that's the guy who emailed us 2 days ago saying, keep your laptops, all your stuff connected overnight, we're going to do a big update. And I thought, yes, Tahoe's coming. No, Tahoe didn't come. So I doubt they're going to do it mid-semester. They usually, by now, 3 months, 2 months into it, they probably would have, but sometimes they lag. So maybe they'll do it over the summer. I don't know. So if you guys want to test it out, basically that's my answer. If you want to change to Tahoe, it's good. It works. It's stable. But if you want to have, me be able to help you, it'll be by you sharing your screen with me. Do you have your laptop here? No, Gigi, you use your computer here, right? Yeah, and at home you have a desktop as well, so you can't bring it in. Yeah, okay. If one of you guys wants to update and you bring it in, then I can help you in person, right? But the differences are it's visually different. Visually, all the icons are a little bit more transparent. Like visually, it looks quite different. The function is very similar. It hasn't changed much in function. Oh, you're in Tahoe. Oh, okay. So Gigi, they're in Tahoe. If you want to just look into their screens and see what it looks like. I mean, there is some differences in how the notifications are handled a lot. And I would like to be able to teach that, but like this doesn't exist now. But I can't really show you that if I don't have it. Does that make sense? So anyone else at home switch to Tahoe? Yolanda, Carol, Bob, or Linda?
Yeah,
Was waiting for advice.
What's that?
Was waiting for advice.
Waiting for us, yeah. Okay, Linda, you're on Tahoe or on Sequoia? What are you on?
I haven't upgraded to Tahoe yet. Same way, I thought I'd wait and see what you said to do.
Thank you. And Bob?
I'm doing Tahoe.
You don't have...
I
You're in Tahoe or not? I didn't hear.
I am in Tahoe, yes.
Tahoe, okay. So basically, it's... when I say it's not that different, it's not that different in that the stuff that you know how to do, you can do the same. But it does have a visual aspect has changed, and the notification, like as always, they keep adding things, right? There's more complexity to certain things. And if you go to the settings, there's going to be a few different changes. So when I say find this in settings, I'll be showing you this. You guys will say it's not there. So you'll have to share your screen so I can tell you where to go, because I don't know Tahoe enough by heart to know exactly where it is because it's the new one. Does that make sense? But it won't change the basic functions. So until they change it here, which is bizarre because before these were always older. The school computers were older. So then my laptop was showing in the new stuff. But now they've frozen my laptop to stay. And what I'm going to ask them is, can you unfreeze mine to update to Tahoe? They don't like to do that. They want to be able to do a fix and the virus, everything be the same. But since I'm kind of handling this one separately, they might be open to it. Then I can show you guys Tahoe because I am teaching the Mac and people have Tahoe, right? But anyway, so visually, it has like a bit more like some of the tools that you use are a bit like ghostly transparency on the screen. So visually, it's different. And then you have like on your phone, when you pick up your phone, that you have some widgets get big, like the temperature, and others small. You know how there's different changes. So you have some of that kind of stuff on your screen now. You have like a little ghosted calendar and dates and things that you can click on, and then they turn into the real thing. So it's again, they keep merging the different. They're trying to make the phones, the Macs, the iPods all kind of work a little bit more like each other, even though there's always more capacity or capability on the Mac versus the devices, but they keep getting more and more similar to each other. So, yeah. So if there's anything I show you now that you guys want to know that's with respect to Tahoe, send me an email or a screenshot, because then I can check it out on my computer at home, and then I can tell you when I come here, well, I checked this out and it's here or it's there, or you know what I'm trying to say? Oh, it's so funny. So if you guys look at the group picture, every now and then, Mary, can you look up for a second? See how Mary gets sharp and in focus? Is she now moved towards your computer like you were before? Yeah, no, just on this picture, it keeps focusing on you. Everyone else is a bit blurry, but you keep going in and out of focus because you're near. It's all too far for that camera, and everyone's a little bit blurry, but you kind of go in and out. No, it's fine. It's fine. But I was saying, when you approach, suddenly it focused on you, like, ooh, finally someone I can click on. There you go, how it goes lighter or darker. It's suddenly in focus, suddenly it's out of focus. Anyway, because you're all a little bit out of focus because the webcams are made to focus on something closer. That's all. It's not a big deal. Okay. So, again, I was just telling you that what I want you guys to do is to have this be not a workshop. It's like I'll still be guiding you. But if there's loose questions that you have, you know, things that maybe you need to know or want to know because you're trying to use it. Not that I'm asking you to go and look for weird things to ask, but just stuff that you have been trying to use and don't know how to use. Just give me a heads up and I'll do my best to incorporate it, unless it's something that clearly falls into one of the other three. Does that make sense, you guys, what I'm asking? It's basically do some work. Do some work for yourselves. There's also, I assume that because you're taking this class, you kind of want me to show you stuff and handhold you. But there's also, I keep hearing a little in the background from somebody's got some noise going on. So if you have some noise going on, I'm happy to.
That was me.
Oh, okay. You don't need to mute your video. It's more your sound. I'm going to mute your sound. There we go. So there's a LinkedIn Learning has some really great tutorials that you could look at that I could point you to, or some videos that you can point to on YouTube that you can learn some stuff that you'll go, okay, I don't understand this, but there's something new here that might be interesting. Let me ask Diana. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you want to do that kind of, I'm not saying you have to do that kind of explanation, but if you do, or if someone says, oh, you can do this on your phone now, and you're like, I don't know, you can do it, bring it to class, bring it to me, and I'll show you what it's all about, if it's something that matters. More and more, everything's done on an app, on a phone. Like everything you can think of, oh, there's an app for it. There's an app for this, there's an app for that. So if it happens to be an app that you need because maybe your doctor is sending you info through that, or something very specific, as long as it's something that I think could apply to everyone, I'm more than happy to give you guys a general explanation about that, okay? Versus taking you through the same steps. But the same steps are basic steps that are important and everyone should know, so we're going to start there. Because you first asked, what's Tahoe, right? So that's the operating system, and that's usually how we start with this. What is an operating system? It's that thing that runs your computer. And once a year, that operating system updates to a new number, which now is going to be 26, and a new nickname, which is Tahoe. The one we have is Sequoia, and it's 15 is the number. So 14 was the one before that, was Sonoma, and 13 was, I'm losing track of the names right now. I don't know. I have them all written down in the notes. Get to a point where Ventura. Oh, that's right. 13 was Ventura. So Ventura, Sonoma, Sequoia, Tahoe. Those are the ones that I assume your guys are mostly in. Now, Linda, was anyone else here? I don't think it was either of you guys. Carol, I think Carol, you got a new computer. I think no one's anymore in the oldest system, right? Monterey. There's no one left who's in Monterey, right?
Right.
Carol,
I'm in Sequoia. At first I was Monterey, but
You were Monterey, yeah, but you got your new computer. And
right.
I remember at the end of last class, you were still very confused by your new computer. Is it, because you had just updated to it, and it was like, oh, because she had a very, very old computer. So are you getting a bit more comfy with it, or is it okay? Okay, don't move, Mary. Don't move, don't move, don't move. But can you see what I mean? If you look at you, see how you're sharp and everyone else is blurred? It's okay. You're still tiny, and the screen is no big deal. No, all you are is that you're at the right distance for the webcam to focus on you. That's all. And you go, there you went out. See that little, you do that, and you go out and in, out and in. It's just funny. All right. So you're so tiny it doesn't matter. It's not like anyone's focusing on you, but I'm just laughing that the focus is happening right there. Carol, how are you feeling with your new computer?
Computer's okay, I think. The iPhone suddenly upgraded without me. Or so, it's like, and all sorts of crazy things are happening. So that's one of the reasons I'm back. It's like, okay, I'm trying to pay attention and kind of get with it.
Well, it's whenever you update are two different things. Upgrade is when you change system. Update is just good because it's just taking little bugs out, right? So all along the year, you're going to get little updates. Those are good. Securities, protection, fixes. But the upgrades are when things change or visually change. And on your phone, if for any reason maybe you hadn't updated once or twice, when it updates, and this is the key, it updates to the newest, no matter where you were. It doesn't gradually update. If you haven't been upgrading, suddenly one upgrade that jumps 2 or 3 places is suddenly like boing, things really change. And the latest upgrade on the phone, I believe it was from 17, I don't remember what it used to be, to the newest one, did change things again, mostly visually, but on the phone it was more than visual. It was actually like things began to really appear differently. Let me just see right now on my phone what phone. So everyone, I'm going to show you now on the phone how to find out what your operating system is. So first of all, I'm going to show you once again on your computer, although, everyone at home knows how to check on your operating system. Let me just share my screen. So when I do that, you guys kind of disappear a little bit. I'm going to put you to the side over there. Okay, so on your computers, remember you go to the Apple System Settings. And see how it already says 2 updates for me? 2 updates are available. But when I click on that, it says software update available. And when we go to that, it tells me Mac OS Tahoe is ready. Upgrade now. But I can't. If I try to upgrade it, it'll be stopped because I need a system administration to approve it. So if you see that, right, software is available, just click on it. If you don't see software update available, then you have to go down to General, and then from General, go to Software Update. So let me share it with you. Give me a second. So go to the settings is what I'm showing. Here, let me first close that. Click on this. We're going to close this for now. Okay, and I'm going to just close it for you for now. Okay, so the settings is where we are. All right, and so that's telling you software update, and then that's telling you software update. So you can go to that one. Yeah. And in your case, what were you saying?
It says here, updated for Tahoe. Shall I do that or no?
Not if you're not online. You won't be able to see how you're not online.
Oh.
And then if you do it, I can't help you.
No, I don't want you. I
Exactly.
want you to help me.
Exactly.
So ignore it then.
Only because right now you're in Sequoia, which is the same, but there
Once
is.
we have it, you have
But see how it says? Okay, so guys, if you want to look at Mary's computer for a second, Gigi, I can't share it. So you guys, give me a second at home. See how she's been given the whole big upgrade for macOS Tahoe. But that's that big upgrade that I said I can't support you yet on that. But underneath, also available, is a different update. It's from Sequoia 15.7.3. You can update to that, which is the one under. Like if you look at where you are right now, you're in 15.7.1, and between 15.7.1, which is also Sequoia, and 15.7.3, there's two little updates of just security stuff. So that one, I would definitely say, not now because you're in class, but say update tonight, and then when you plug it in to charge it and you don't use it for a while, the computer's like, oh, I guess it's time to update, and it'll update. Does that make sense? So even if you're not willing to go to the Tahoe, those of you who are waiting, keep updating your Sequoia, because that's security issues and things like that. And at some point, Tahoe is going to begin to have those little updates as well. Okay, so definitely. Exactly. So this is an update, and up here, see how it says upgrade versus update. Guys, up here it says upgrade at the top. You upgrade to Tahoe, you update all the little versions. No, because we can't do anything about these school computers. So what I was just showing, something that you guys here can't see, is that over here, I had, Mary says, macOS Tahoe upgrade now. She's might or not, but she's choosing not to because I can't show it yet. But then underneath it says also available, and then she has a macOS Sequoia update. So the operating system that she is using has an update available, as much as Safari has an update available, right? And then right now I have 15.7.3. She had 15.7.1, and now she's being told go ahead and go to 15.7.3. So Sequoia keeps sending updates, and if you're in Sonoma or Ventura, it keeps sending updates. They have stopped supporting Monterey. Monterey doesn't have updates anymore. It's like, okay, you're on your own. If there's any security attack, that's why they say people should be updating. But they keep they keep supporting updates down to about 4 different versions. Because some people have a perfectly well working computer, but because it's so old, it can't upgrade past Ventura. Julie, who's not here today, but will be here on Wednesday, is one of those. Her computer doesn't upgrade past Ventura because that's how old it is, but it's working perfectly well. There's no need for her to buy a new computer. But Ventura keeps getting its own updates, so you need to keep updating that which you have. Does that make sense? And then upgrade, see there, update down there, and upgrade is when you switch to a different system. From 15 to macOS Tahoe 26, that's an upgrade. And that's when things have a new design. It's called liquid glass, which is kind of this thing where it gets kind of ghosty. There's different ways to, and there's much more Apple Intelligence involved. Have more continuity with the phone apps and stuff like that. But the most important big change is that the Spotlight is quite different. So what's the Spotlight? We're going to talk a little bit more. The Spotlight is, does anyone remember what the Spotlight is, you guys?
The search?
It's on the upper right, search. Yeah, so if I go over here, way at the top right, and click on that little magnifying glass, this is the Spotlight search. Now, if those of you who have Tahoe go to the Spotlight search, it has many more capabilities. So go ahead and click on that little, right there. Okay, that's the one that we have. But if you go and if you look, go ahead and click on your Spotlight search. You can maybe minimize what you have in the background so it's not confusing. Go ahead and minimize this thing for now. Go to the yellow one to minimize it, not to break it, not to close it, but to minimize it. Yeah. Now go to your Spotlight search. And those of you who don't have Tahoe, if you want to look over them a little bit, see how this whole thing opened up over there? So ours, you guys, for everyone who has Sequoia, the Spotlight search opens up and it says, Spotlight now shows you information, questions from the web, iTunes app, like a whole bunch of different things, and it shows you different icons over here, right? So if I were to say the word, trying to think of a name that might be a file that you guys have. So say that I say the word, well, let me just write something ridiculous, Dalmatians, right? So I don't have any computer files called Dalmatians. So it goes in and looks at the internet. Then it says, well, did you want Dalmatian puppies or Dalmatian dogs? Then it tells you, Siri is telling you what a Dalmatian is. It's a medium-sized hunting dog. Oh, it's also an extinct Romance language. And then you can even make this bigger. And it says, I guess, in 2016, the computer went in and found that one of my emails from someone called Lynn Dodge, Photoshop birthday card, must have some kind of Dalmatian in it, or the word Dalmatian in it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It went into my emails. Then Smithsonian. It Spotlight searches your computer. So this is the old version of Spotlight. It kind of goes into all these different things. Then I guess Smithsonian sent me an email. See the little thing there's email. And I guess I have somewhere an email that the Smithsonian must say Dalmatian, probably a Dalmatian coast, Italy and Croatia, right? And then it goes, possible websites. Cute Dalmatians for sale in Santa Barbara. How does it know? Because my computer knows that it's in Santa Barbara. So it figures if I'm looking for a Dalmatian, maybe I want to find Dalmatians for sale in Santa Barbara. And then it goes, if it's none of that, maybe you want pictures of Dalmatians. Then it looks like there's some music called Dalmatian Plantation somewhere online. And then in the Oxford Dictionary, dog of a white short-haired breed with dark spots. So basically everything I could think of under the world, except for me. I don't have a single file that says the name Dalmatian in it. So it couldn't find anything in my computer, but it looked everywhere else. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Now, on the new Spotlight, and now I can't share it with you, but 2 people here had Tahoe, it lets you pinpoint to whether you're trying to search in your mail or in your apps or in your website. So if you look over here, you can tell it, click on my apps or my files and now write the word Dalmatian. So it doesn't search everything in the world, it searches for that, which for some people this was too much. They're like, why isn't it more specific, right? Now if you don't have anything called Dalmatian, it just will point to nothing because you don't have it. If instead of doing that, you had just searched without pointing to applications, then it would have also looked for all of that. So go ahead and leave this for a second because you don't have something called Dalmatian. So no, just leave it and then go to your Spotlight again. Put the word Dalmatian there because it's hiding. It'll give you the options later. Just put in Dalmatian there. And if you just do a general Dalmatian, then it kind of starts searching like that. See how they're the same choices that I just showed you in the old one? If you scroll, you can scroll up or you can make this bigger. You can just scroll. Or you can tell it, look at my mail, look in my Excel, look in my text edits, okay? So it's, guys, for those of you who can't see this, and again, I'm not going to be teaching too much Tahoe because you can't see it, but the big difference is that right next to the word Dalmatian in Tahoe, instead of searching the entire world, it does, because they don't have Dalmatians, so it gives us the same answers, but it gives you the choice to check your mail or your apps, because you might know that you're looking just for an app, or you're just looking for a photo, or so you can be more specific as to where it searches versus having it search everywhere in the world. Does it make sense? So you might say, I know I have a letter somewhere else, and I wrote it in the Word app. So you click on the Word app, and it tries to find in the Word app if the word Dalmatian finds. Does that make sense, you guys at home who don't see Tahoe? So it's just a bit more useful. And technically, it's supposed to use Apple Intelligence. So the search that it does out here should be even more accurate, like the general searches should be even more accurate. Now, Dalmatian is very easy. It's not a Dalmatian. It's a dog. There's no interpretation. But you might be putting in things that have a bit more interpretation, and the new Spotlight should be able to search a bit more in depth, right? So the only one at home right now who has Tahoe is Bob. So if you have anything else to add, if you look and see what you're seeing in your Spotlight, go ahead and tell me. But that's it. Now for the rest of us, it's still really useful because now if you do have a file that you have named something and that you know you own it. So like I think I have, Don't I have this keyboard connected?
Guess not.
Hold on. Because I'm using two different keyboards. Yeah, something's... what am I going into? Uh-oh. I've got my little spinning wheel of death there. Let me turn off... Let me stop the share. Ah. Let me stop my share for a second to see if that was share-based spinning wheel. Nope, my wheel is spinning. My computer's doing a weird spinner. Give me a second. No. There. Okay, now I can share again. Sorry. For some reason I was getting the spinning wheel of death. Alright, so back to Spotlight. So it's like this innocent little Spotlight search there, but it searches basically everything under the planet that you can think of. Now, what is that search equivalent to on your phone? Okay, because remember that we are also trying to learn your phones or your laptops. So I'm going to stop this share and I'm going to share now with you my phone. So we're going to pull out your phone. Now, whenever I share my phone, if you have an iPad, hold on. Stop the share. It's asking me for special permissions for my phone, so give me a sec. It's connected. Locations to sync your devices. It's new. Finder. Locations. Second iPhone. Trust. They've changed how request was denied. Disconnect and reconnect your phone. Okay. I just updated to the new Zoom. Okay. To sync this map, say trust and trust. Sorry, I'm connecting my phone to the computer. There. Now it's allowing. Okay. So let me move you guys over here. I have so many things open that for people who are here, it's more complicated because you have many things you're looking at. People who are home, they're only seeing the phone, so it's less confusing. Let me move this out of the way for a second. Okay. Let me just make this a bit skinnier. Okay, so guys, people at home can only see the phone. You guys can see more, but pick up your phone. So, what's the general search that searches everything in the world on your phone? If you see it down here, that is the general search. Some of you don't see that. You have so many apps and stuff that you don't see the word search. So then a good way to call up the search is to put your finger not on any app, but right in the middle, right? Somewhere right in the middle, and then a gentle, nothing, no big deep, just a gentle pull with your finger down. So you put your finger there and you gently pull it down, and then you're in the search mode. You see that? But when I say gentle, I mean it just like a hair's feeling brush, just a little feather brush. It's a different ways how you use your phone. You can press hard on things or you can just do a little brush. And then you're in the search mode. Okay? So now, if you haven't searched, if not, if you don't do that and you're in this mode and you click on this word that says search, it takes you to the same spot right there. And that's your search. So if right now I were to write the word Dalmatian right there, ultimately, it's asking me the same thing. Do I want a Dalmatian or a Dalmatian puppies or a Dalmatian dog? Or look, it's a medium-sized Huntingdon, or here's the images. You know, it's very similar to what my computer found, right? It's not searching my emails because it hasn't found the emails. Well, here, it did find one email. I don't know what it has to do with Dalmatian. There's the dictionary. Okay? So that's the general search on your phone. And that's the same on your Android. You have a search on your Android, right? Okay? Any questions? Or you're just showing? It shows a little tiny icon like this. Means that this icon means Safari. It found it on Safari. If I go down here, that little icon, see how it says mail? And there's the little mail. Then here's the dictionary. Then do you want to continue searching in apps or stuff like that? Okay? So it kind of does a search like that. All right, and since I don't really care about Dalmatians, I'm not going to click on any of them. It was just me trying to show you. Now, the new phone, because again, my phone here, the search on my updated phone is exactly the same. It hasn't changed. So that it's not called a Spotlight, it's called a search. On the Mac computer, it's called a Spotlight, but it's basically a search. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to say I don't care about finding Dalmatians anymore, so I'm going to just click on this X to leave this search. Okay? And it's back into, well, then what else do you want to search? And again, if you don't want that, you just need to leave the search. So how do we leave the search? We just kind of pull up from the bottom and dismiss it, like a gentle pull from the bottom. Boom, and dismiss it. So let's get into the search by clicking on the word search. And when you're done and you don't want it, you just kind of do a gentle little flip, like that, from the bottom up. Very gentle, and off you go. Has everyone been able to get into their search and then just gently off? Okay, how's it going at home? Carol and Linda?
Yeah, fine.
You're all comfy with that? Everyone here? And if you need help with your Android, let me know, but okay. Do you have your phone here, Gigi? Okay, good. All right, so the search is where they're putting, search or Spotlight is where they're putting a lot of this Apple intelligence, where it's supposedly going in there and peering into different stuff. It's not just going, oh, I don't have the Dalmatian file. Can't give you anything. It's just like, well, maybe you wanted this, maybe you wanted that. So it's just things like that. Now, let me stop that. Share for a minute. Okay, so, oh, wait, I'm going to share it again because the whole point was I was trying to show you, give me a second, the whole point of that was that I wanted to show you the system and operating systems on the phone. And then I stopped sharing the phone ahead of time. While I'm doing that, yes, what's your question, Mary? That it might have more options than it's showing you.
I'm looking for my picture, for my one picture, so that's why.
This is looking in. This is from to. So you're searching your mail app.
Okay.
So only your mail app, not your phone. Is it something inside of your mail that you're looking for?
Yes, my picture, my one picture, so I portfolio, so I don't know, I cannot find it. That's my
Let me click on that. You're in your mail app right there, and you are looking for an email.
yeah.
Because you're asking it to be from something called My Portfolio, which is never going to work because that's, see, you clicked on from.
Okay.
So I'm going to click on that, and then let's do another search. And
Picture.
yeah, it's not from. It's is the name of the email is called My Pictures.
Oh, it's attachment on the email.
The search doesn't do. It's an attachment called My Pictures with a space.
Yeah.
It's in PDF. See, that's the problem when you look for something so specific. So then you were looking in the from, came from My Pictures. Now you're just looking in the mailboxes. So image attachment, sender contains, subject contains, attachment contains My Pictures. If that's what it is, then click on that. Yeah, so it couldn't find. So that must be the name. That's the problem. Just put the word pictures, because then it's a portion of it. But the MySpace pictures, that's not usually a file name. So let me explain to you what I'm going to show you here. What she's doing. So this is the mail. She's looking for a specific attachment in mail. So I'm going to click on mail, and I guess I haven't done this one in a while, so I have to put my time you don't use it for a while, it thinks something's weird or wrong, so it needs me to confirm again. Hold on. It just sent me a text that I need to give it. 919, no, 917. I have it set to that it's, oh, come now. Because this is a different phone, so it's giving me a different, okay, 917 929. I apologize, you don't need to go through this. It's just that since this phone hasn't been used since November, because it's my teaching phone, it's like, who are you? So it needs me to confirm everything each time, so give me a second. Okay, good. So now, I'm back in Mail. So guys, this is what I was trying to show you. This is a different app. This is not the Spotlight. So okay, when I said search down there, this is the entire phone search. Mary went into her Mail to look for something. So if you go into the Mail, that search is only for Mail. Does that make sense? When you're inside of an app. So the other one I showed you is the general phone search. But now inside of Mail, the search is up there. And so if I click in there, and she was writing the word My Pictures. So I'm going to show you this. So My Pictures.
Hold on.
She was writing My Pictures. Now, everyone, go ahead and open your Mail and do a search and put in My Pictures, because I want you guys to, most of us won't find anything unless you happen to have that. So I'm showing you how to search your Mail. Do you have something like that, Evelyn, on yours? Or you can search it on the computer, but that it won't be set up for you. Yeah. We'll set that up next time. So is everyone here? Go into your Mail app. I'm going to show you, I want to show you how this works. Again, it's more intelligent than that. Because right now, it's just looking for the word My Space Pictures, and it's searching in all mailboxes. But in her case, she didn't want an email from something called My Pictures. See, I do have, I guess, the word My here in an email, the word Pictures in another one. It's like, could it be any of these? But Mary was sure it was an attachment. So see how when I click down, it shows me image attachments. It's searching for that. Are you searching that as an attachment, as a sender? Would the sender's name have been My Pictures? No, no one's called My Pictures. Would the subject of your email have been My Pictures? No. Would an attachment name be My Pictures? Does that make sense? So it's trying to ask you more specifically what are you looking for. Is that working for you guys? Are you seeing this? So it's
Yes.
still a search that's digging in deeper. Does that make sense? Did you all
Yes.
get this, Denise, Rod? Now, I don't have, so if I click on sender, there's no sender called My Pictures, like their email address, that would be it. No one's called My Pictures. That's not an email address, so it'll give me nothing. Would someone have written in the subject matter My Pictures? Maybe, if someone sent you that. But she knew it was an attachment. The attachment was called My Pictures. So then when you click on attach name it contains, then she got this. Some results may not appear. Either in the attachment or the message is called that, right? Now, again, that's not a typical file name, so I recommended she try something else because most people aren't, that My Space Pictures, maybe 10 file names have no space. So I found nothing. She found nothing. So then when you get so specific, it's harder because you need to know the exact name, the exact spacing, the exact everything. So I recommended trying something a bit less specific, like pictures. So I told her to cancel that search. And now, you guys, so now I'm just going to write, you think it was called work photo? Work photo? Yeah, and that's the problem. See, it keeps finding many things that say work, and then it goes, well, things that say work, again, it keeps trying. And when you're searching that way, you need to know what things are called or who sent it. So maybe you know who sent it to you, and instead you search for the sender. So maybe if the sender was Yolanda, for example, so if I put Yolanda for me, then, see, it immediately finds me Yolanda, and then it goes, do you want the person Yolanda, everything she sent you? Sender contains Yolanda, subject contains Yolanda. So this is the person Yolanda, and look at all the emails Yolanda has sent me. I can find many from Yolanda. Does that make sense? So you dig deeper to answer, or is it from Yolanda, or is it to Yolanda, something I wrote to her? So this is from Yolanda to me. Now I can say to Yolanda, and these are things that I have sent her. Does that make sense? So you might go, I'm not finding it. Well, check and see what you're clicking up there, because it's being very specific. Does that make sense? Yolanda is here in class. I don't know if she's present right now. She was disconnecting from her phone and her computer back and forth. But I can say things that she sent me, things that I sent her. Or does the message say the word Yolanda? Like someone sent me a message about Yolanda. And in this case, it's anything. It's from or to. It's just something. And so this is a combination of her to me, me to her. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to cancel that again. Right? I put in a person. So put in a person that you know. You know I just sent you something. Put my name. Put Diana, for example. Or something like that. And here's the thing. Either you see the email that I just wrote. You might see it. Or if you have me in your contacts, then down here you'll have my name as a contact. That little person, that means you're in the contacts. But it could be that I sent you an email, but I'm not in your contacts, so then you would have to find it there as just a top hit. Does that make sense? Maybe you have 5 people called Diana that are friends of yours. So then all of our emails will pop up there. Does that make sense? Now, if I do have me in my own contacts, which I do in this one because I teach with this one, then these are things that then from or to that person. Okay, so let me put in Emma, for example. Emma Cruz, and instead of looking for the last email that is here, I would go and say anything from Emma down there. And so then anything from Emma is popping in. Does that make sense? Okay? And when you're done with your search, you just cancel and you're back looking at your emails. Okay? So yeah, the search feature, everyone, I find a lot of times people get confused because they're using a search feature that's in another app. So there's search features in every app, but they only look at that app. But within each app, they look at the different parts of that app. So this is only searching all of your mail and from or to or attachments, right? So very specific to mail, and that's it. Versus this search, which is just a general search of your entire phone, which of course is going to be a little less accurate, right? It won't be able to search inside of your mail attachments. Maybe it will. So search in there. It depends on how, yes. Okay, let me check. Whoops. Oh, yeah, because it means that you haven't put in the password for a while for that.
Even when I'm home, I always do this.
Yeah, so you need to authorize it each time. It might last a month or so, so go ahead and fill your password and try your Face ID. Every month and a half or so, they want to make sure that you are you, and so it asks you to so enter your, it didn't recognize your face, so do it again, because let me cancel and do it one more time. Because it was trying to find you there. I just did it for me too, remember? Yeah. So just say, okay, continue. I'll explain in a minute what this is, but say yes, continue. I'm just solving it for you for a minute, and then you're done. So now you'll be able to find it. So here's the thing. I'm not teaching you the mail app right now. But since I opened the mail app to show you the search, Denise showed me something that's happening with her, which just happened to me, which is I just went to my mail to search for something, and it immediately said, you need to put in the password. Now, she said, I don't want to put in the password. I'm like, well, then the phone will never give you answers from that account. Because every now and then, all your accounts basically say, you need to sign in again. A, because you might have not used it, or B, because for security, they don't want you to you're not forever signed in. Now your phone in her case, the phone remembers her password. So all it's doing is this still you? Because in her case, she had Face ID. So it looked at her and said, oh, it's still you, and now it's letting her in. But if you say, I don't want to do that, it's a security feature to not forever leave you sign in. Every now and then it'll check in again. Is this still you? Is this still you? Okay? Especially if you haven't used it for a bit. Like I haven't used this phone since November. I turn it on and immediately it's like, oh, I don't know. Are you still you? Prove to me that you're still you. Does that make sense? Well, it shouldn't ask you every time. It only asks you every time if you never say yes to it and confirm it. Give it the password once and that's it. But if you keep saying no, 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 every time you open it, it'll ask you. It won't give you the information until you prove that you're you. You could be your grandson playing with your phone, and it's not going to let you get in there and delete all your contacts. And so it's like, I'm not letting you in, I'm not letting you in. Once it lets you in, then it won't ask you for another month or two. At some point, every account needs to be refreshed, and there's no big deal. It just wants to see that you are still you. Does that make sense? Okay, well now go ahead and do a search and let's see. Anyone at home have any questions about the searches? Try the search on something else while they're doing this. Go to your contacts, go to your now. Those of you who know how to use the Files app, if you remember the Files app, if you remember it, and if you don't, that's fine. Oh, I see that, Linda. Thanks for your message. Bye. The phone, sorry, what I was saying. Oh, the Files app. If you remember what the Files app is on your phone, who remembers what the Files app is on your phone, guys? Anyone want to venture that? If Bob is paying attention, I'll call on him otherwise.
Yeah, I know how, yeah.
But what's the Files app?
What is it?
What is the Files app on the phone or on the iPad?
Whenever I download something, it goes into, I could tell it to go into the files.
Yeah, so if you're on your phone and you download something, you tell it to go into the files. But what else is the Files app? First of all, here it is. I just found it. It looks like a folder, a file. And what that is, you guys, it's the file. As long as your computer is connected to the right settings to your phone, it's your computer files. Also, it's your documents. Also, as Bob said, if you're on your phone and you download something, that's where it goes, into these files. So if I go over here into this place, these are my computer's documents. Like, literally, this is these same documents that I have in my computer. No. The files is the... It's... No. It's similar. And this is something that, since you haven't taken the class, I will delve deeper into later. Right now, I was just like, if you know what the Files app is, go ahead and try to search for something. But if not, it's okay. It's not the same. And until we do more of the iCloud work with you, I can't tell if you have this set up. But some of these people have done it, and they know that this is where they go search for their stuff. But if not, don't worry about that. For now, let's just be okay with not searching in there. You'll get to that. That's more like, if you know what your files are, go to the Files app and search for a document that you know you own and see if you find it. That was all. But only if you know what it is. Otherwise, I'll explain it. Okay, but not today. Well, yeah, maybe I'll get to it a little bit later. Okay, so that's search. Each thing has its own search. In fact, now I do want to go to the settings, because the settings is what we need to go back to, because we started with the settings on the computer. So on your phone, find your settings. And Evelyn, there's settings on the Android as well. So if you want to compare right now. Then we'll go back to the computer settings, which is where you are. So let's open the settings on the Android or on the Mac. And when you open it up, it first opens in the last place you were. And just now I had been in here in my settings. So always how to get back to the beginning of the settings, you just go up here. You just go back to the basic settings, back until you're in your basic settings. And it's, there we go. So go back until there's no more going back. And this is your home, like, index of settings. Okay? Now, when I start scrolling down, I want to see what version of operating system I have on my phone. Remember, we just did that on the computer, what operating system on your computer. So now we're going to go down to General, and we're going to click on General, and I think on the Android, yeah, there you are. This is information on yours, yeah. And so now over here we have about my phone or about my software, which is different because your phone is the one you bought. You bought it this year, last year, 2 years ago. But your software is what's running your software, just like my computer had Sequoia or Tahoe running it. So this is the phone itself, and this is software. So that's the difference. You're on the you were on the information about your software, and then their software information is your software, okay? So I'm going to click on About to start with, and that's what phone do I have? And this is an iPhone XR, and this is information about my iPhone, okay? Most of it you don't care about much. You just know it's there. But when you back out again, it's telling me I can go back into software or I can look at it in here. My iOS. So remember I told you that the Mac OS, that's the operating system's name, is the Mac OS. On the phone it's called iOS. And it's 18.7.2. Now, in my personal phone, which is an iPhone 15, is it a 15? Yeah. So it used to be so new, now it's not so new anymore. These things get old fast. I'm in iOS 26, okay? Because this iPhone X is so old that this is as new as I can't update past 18.7 anymore, okay? It was fine up until last year. It was still updating. It just stopped updating. Okay? Versus my newer phone switched. Again, it's not that it went from 18, 19, 20, 21. It's just that it went from 18 to 26. Does that make sense? It's the same thing. They're switching to having it. So now you're going to be on. Up until last year, the Macs were on Mac iOS 15. The phones were on iOS 18. The iPads on iOS 19. It was all. Now everything as of this year is going to be 20. If you're updated to the Macs, you're going to be on Mac OS 26 and iOS 26. Does that make sense? So it might be iPhone iOS or iPad iOS. Does that make sense? So that's new in all the namings, and that's where you find out. You can also go back out of here, and then just go straight to software update. And that's where it'll tell you if you can update it. And this one has, I believe, no more update. I think. Yeah. So again, example. This one is right now. I have it on 18.73, and it's telling me I can update to 18.74. But I'm not going to leave 18. That's as new as my iPhone 10 is going to get, which is many years old. Versus my newer phone is able to update to 26. So it's kind of like what's happening in the computers. When they get old, they still give you updates, bug fixes, security. So you want to keep doing that, okay? It's an update, but it's not an upgrade to the new system. Yeah. Yeah, I am on the phone. I'm much more. I'm better on the phone. I update automatically. Like when there's a new one out, I update it. Some people might say wait a little bit, but I have never found any issues. Again, maybe I've been lucky. No, no, no. Updating the software. Oh. Oh, thank you. You understood the question better than me, Gigi. Since I've been talking about updates and updates, I'm talking about the OS system. So guys, I don't know if you at home heard the question, but he's asking, how often do you update your phone? And so I thought it was operating system. He's saying, when do you buy a new phone?
Oh,
So when do you buy a new phone? In my family, I'm the only one who buys new phones because I have the excuse that A, I teach this stuff, and B, I'm a photographer, and the big difference between one phone to the next is the cameras. So I get away with that. That said, the rest of my family is on either 10s or 12s because all you need is a phone that works. So what I'm saying is it depends on your point of view. If you want all the bells and whistles, every 2 years, let 1 year go by. That's if you're comfortable, money is not an issue, and you just want all of the options that these things provide. Now, you don't need to change it every year. Well, as you come to class, you'll know how to use them. And some of them, they just happen automatically. You didn't even know that suddenly the phone's working better. You go, why is it working better? But on the other side, on the negative side, it's, oh, what's this new thing? Which is, Carol, what you're saying, right? Your phone suddenly is acting like different for you
yeah.
after an update, or did you change your phone?
I didn't change it. No, well, I bought the phone when I bought the computer. I went
Okay, so both are new for you, the phone and the computer. And that's
yeah,
from
I
like
went from
October.
from a iPhone 6 to a 16.
Oh, so see you guys, there's a huge difference. So it's one thing if she'd gone from a 12 to a 16. It would have been like, okay, a little shift. But from a 6 to a 16, and her computer, she did the same. She had an old computer. You were down, not even in Ventura, you were in Catalina or something.
Monterey.
She went up all the way to Sequoia. So she waited many, many years. So if that's what you do, it's going to be more confusing. So when you say, when do you update? Well, if for better or for worse, and this is kind of a weird way to say it, if you're getting near the stage or the age, and I'm like thinking, I'm getting near that age where it's going to be harder and harder for me to learn technology because, that's what happens. At some point, you either need to keep what you have because it works. That's one point of view. But then when it stops working, what do? Because when you update, like Carol did, it's going to be quite different. From iPhone 6 to iPhone 16, there's many, many years. And, whoa, it's like, going from a little motorcycle to suddenly being in a jet plane. But had you been updating every year or two, it's like, oh, just a couple changes. So if finances are not an issue, and then you're in one of those plans, like with AT&T or something like that, I think all plans have, where you just pay like, I don't know, $20 a month or $30 a month, whatever it takes, and then every 3 years you can change it. And then you just keep paying the same 20, 30, and now you've got the newest one and the newest one and the newest one. If so, that's every 3 years. If money is of no issue, then maybe every 2 years, so that when you buy the new phone, it's like your old phone, but better. Versus if you go from a 6 to a 16, or from a, Catalina to Sequoia, then it's like, whoa, the boat is really rocked. So I'm torn because I'm not one who needs the new technology. The only new technology I need is, in fact, my phone because of the camera. But in fact, I do have a new watch. For those of you who heard my handheld, I kept it. Yeah. And I was like, I kept it. Look at my face. It's all guilty. Because, I teach this. But at some point it's going to be old. And then am I going to want to update it because I teach this? I don't know. School doesn't pay it for me. So I'm going to probably hang on to it for as long as I can. I'm one of those people who had, until it died, my car was, 16 years old until I had to change. So unless I need to for the camera, I one second. I'm still at the age where I can adapt to something that's old. When I change it, I'll just adapt to it. But I know I'll get to a place where maybe if I have the chance to update more often financially, it'll be easier to adapt to the new technology if I update more often. So that's all I can say. On the other hand, when you update to older phones, they're cheap. Like if you update it to a 2016, it's much cheaper than if you update to a 2016. If you update to 2015 or 16, they're still very new phones, and they're much cheaper than updating to the 2017 right now. By next year, it'll be 2018, and so on and so forth. So you just go a couple. If finances are like, well, I don't want to spend $1,000 on a phone, we'll go a couple years less, 2 or 3 years less, and then you're only spending a few hundred. Carol, the question that I'm going to translate to you, speak loudly, or if not, I'll translate it. Her daughter bought her a smartwatch, an iPhone smartwatch for Christmas. Yeah. And then a friend bought a new computer. Okay. Okay. So a friend bought a new computer, and Apple said, "Well, for $30 more, you can get a watch." It could have been some promotion around Christmas, that kind of thing. I mean, promotions exist. Apple doesn't have many promotions. Apple's pretty, you want my stuff, just pay for it. Every now and then they'll have a promotion. The nearest to a promotion is that if you're a student and you buy a computer, you get a discount. $140 less. So Denise has a new laptop, and because as a student, they got $140 less, which is a good portion of a smartwatch, right? Well, not if you buy the $1,000 one, but yes, if you buy the $300 one, right? What's that? Yeah, so she got $140 off the laptop, but they don't give you student discounts off of a phone, of a watch. I don't think they give you a student discount off of a watch. I guess because it's not considered a study need. And I don't think they give it to you off of AirPods. Maybe they do, but if so, it'll be $10 less. Like they prioritize what you need for school if you're a student. You can no, because I'm answering no. The question, Carol, did you get a better price on your phone because you bought a computer? And I'm thinking you didn't buy the phone from Apple, right? Because they don't sell 2016s anymore.
I went to Mac Mechanics and they ordered it.
Yeah, because Apple doesn't sell you stuff they only sell 2 versions older. So they'll sell you the 2017 and are they selling the 2016? Maybe they still are selling the 2016. I don't know. But usually, once the new one comes out, they start selling the older ones. But then you can find them, for example, at the Mac Mechanic. You can find them online. You can find them in other stores. But Apple itself sells the newest always. But they usually sell one older. So maybe they still are selling I kind of think we're in 2026. We must be in the iPhone 18 for some reason, but it doesn't come out until September, November. So yeah, 17 is still the newest one, so maybe they do still sell the 16. You're right. So did you get any discount on it because you bought a computer, or did you not? Is what Gigi's wanting to know. As we're buying together.
No, because it was all handled by Mac Mechanic, and they just went online and connected and ordered it, and
yeah.
I had to probably pay them a fee.
You probably had to pay them a fee. No, I don't think so, because they're pretty good about that. They know that you're going to be someone who's going to come to them when something doesn't work, so that's their fee, right? I think.
Well, and they could promote this class. Have you tried that?
They have. Well, maybe they don't have their own classes anymore. They used to, so then they wouldn't. But it's true. No, I haven't.
Apple Store has classes, but Mac Mechanic could promote your
Yeah, they could.
class?
They used to have classes too, but not
Oh,
anymore.
okay.
But I don't think they have any anymore. It wasn't really classes. It was more like tech support, which is a bit what like Apple Store is.
Yeah.
If you go to the Apple Store and you try to take one of their classes, if you're knowledgeable, like me, I get stuff out of it. If you are a newbie, they don't sit there and help you.
Oh,
So
really?
well, unless you take a one-on-one, like if the genius or someone that they're sitting there and explaining to you, and sometimes I think depending on the level of care, you might get a one-on-one support, something like that. The
Okay.
care that you pay. But other than that, the classes, I've gone to twice, and there's like 15 people milling around one table, and the person's mumbling. I don't know, but maybe it depends on the teacher. But I was like, oh my God, I know what you're saying because I know what you're saying. But other than that, I have no idea. But I'm biased. It might be that they have, it's always personal who the teachers are, but it's not very a functional class. But I might be wrong. Maybe they've gotten better. This is many years ago. I never tried again. So maybe I'm wrong. You say, oh, really? Like, have you gone to them and have you learned? Has someone gone to any of the Apple Store classes?
Years ago, I went to the Genius Bar once for help, but it
Yeah.
wasn't really a class.
The Genius Bar, yeah. I'm talking about the class, which was, I tried years ago. Again, when the Apple Store first opened, I tried 2 classes, and I'm like, oh, okay. It was some new features, and I got what I needed, but I could tell that the rest were clueless.
Just come to the library.
What's that? Go to
Just
the
come to
library.
the,
Just go to Bob. Just go to Bob. You
we
call
have patience.
You call the library and say you want a
Great.
tech appointment, and they'll say Mac or PC, phone or computer, and you say phone, computer, Mac, PC, and they set you up with.
When did they start that service? Have you been doing that for a while?
Bob, how long has this service been going on? I've heard about it for a lot of years.
Well, I've been doing it for 6 years,
Yeah,
but probably around 7 or 8 years. Yeah.
about 7 or 8 years since it started. I've heard about it for quite a few years now. It's volunteers. These people, they were just doing it from the love of their fellow humans, right?
So it's like individual tutoring?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
1 hour
long-
sessions.
How long are the appointment? 1 hour, right?
Yeah.
1 hour.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Free, right? Yeah.
Free. Yeah.
Do you take tips?
I take cookies.
Cookies, chocolate, that always helps, right? Anyway, okay, so I know that I gave you guys a quick break at the beginning. That wasn't really a break, and break should have happened half an hour ago. So can we take just another quickish break? Because, yeah, so let me stop this share and let's look at the time. Because I know some people had asked for a real break. It's 2:33. Can we be back by 2:40? So 7 minutes. Is that enough?
Yeah.
No?
Sure.
Oh, you need a... Oh, we'll just go and come back as soon as they have nothing there. I mean, they have some, but they have very little. So you'll be back soon. Okay. So everyone else do 7. But I need you guys to know about the pantry, by the way. At home, you don't know, but you can come any day of the week. I think, no, they're closed on Tuesdays. Do you guys know about the pantry, the food pantry, which if you follow her, is basically straight back. What's the room number, Gigi? 20? I don't know. I can point it to you guys. It's empty today. Sometimes it's full. But the food pantry provides food for free for people who need it, and a lot of the times, seniors, people, retirements, that kind of stuff, and then some people are in dire need of it, and some people just pick up a few things, but they have fresh vegetables, fresh fruit, breads, bakery items, canned, tin, that kind of stuff. And all you need is your school ID. The first time you go, they sign you up, and then after that, you just need to have your K number. That's what they need. So the more we use, on the one hand, if you don't need it, there's this 2 points of view. If you don't need it, people are like, well, I don't need it, and I don't need to use it. And on the other hand, if it doesn't get used, they get less resources. So it's like, we'll use it so that if people need it, it's available to them. So I try to go, and I don't take too much, but every now and then I'll get like today, we have a Brazilian kid living with us, and he loves beans, and I didn't have pinto beans. I'm like, okay, I grabbed a bag of pinto beans. Other times, I'm here at lunchtime, and they have a refrigerated section where sometimes you open up and it's a salad from Whole Foods, and other times it's an Oreo cookie. You never know. So it's really good to really, depending on who's donated. So just go check it in, and I try to leave the stuff that's really, really good and nutritious so people really, really need it. But I might just pick something up that I need. So I guess I try to use it once a week if I can when I'm here for my art, my taking jewelry classes, so that so that they know that it's useful. But sometimes you need it, like during Thanksgiving, they were handing out turkeys, full on dinner. So, the more that people need it, the more funding it'll get. So go check it out. All right, so by now it's only 5 minutes left, so 5 or 6 minutes. Let's even take a little bit extra. Okay. Yeah, that's what you need to do during. There you go. Oh, you got your pipeline? Oh, okay. So then go to SBCC.
It doesn't let
Yep,
me
there.
accept there is no internet.
Okay, so now put in.
My login.
Put in your password again.
The same one? The same
No,
one?
this
Or
is
for
your
the
this is
computer
your
one?
computer one.
Oh, okay. See, how
No,
can
that's
you tell?
fine.
How can you tell that? See these things? I don't know
Because
how to do
yeah,
that.
it'll ask for your password or anyway. So just let's try it.
Okay.
It might be. It's not saying account, so this one might be. Let's see that lets you in. The Wi-Fi is always a bit. Yeah, there it is. It'll let you in. Cool. You're on.
So I'm in now?
You're in. Oh, no, don't turn it off. Now you just turned.
I'm
You were
I-
in.
I shouldn't do that?
Now you turned it off.
Oh my gosh.
Let
I'm
me.
so, this little thing, I don't know.
Yeah, no,
why
that's
I-
fine.
Yeah, that's why
But
I'm
it was
here.
blue. It was nice. It was
Oh.
good, and now it's
And
thinking.
now- So I shouldn't have touched it, right?
You shouldn't have, but
Oh,
never mind.
thank you. See,
Let me
and
see if it
file
rethinks you.
and email and just
Let me just
these
turn
are
this off and
technology.
let's see again whether it reconnects you. Oh, there, now it reconnected you. So
So
that means it's working,
I'm in.
those lines. So now just click away.
Out of
You're
there.
in. You're on Wi-Fi. No, same with your phone. If you want to get it on, you do. No, it's not on Wi-Fi. So if you want to do it on your phone as well, you can go to your settings.
It's updated now.
And you go to Wi-Fi, and again, SBCC, right there. And again, username and password. And then after that, whenever you come in next time, oh, hi. Nice to see you. Of course, we'd love to. We need students. Your spot is taken, though, but you can sit next to Mary, who's all alone on this side.
Unfortunately, I have to. The VA just cleaned my ears.
Oh, good.
So now I can go to the VA in Ventura
Oh,
and get my brand new hearing aids.
okay, yeah.
They work.
Okay.
So,
Can you register so that
yeah, where do I go to register?
I'll walk you now to the office and have them, let me get the number of the class. Let's walk there since I need to.
Another semester without you right there. So many things I've forgotten. You've taught me and I go, I knew how to do that.
Turn off. Here, can you just put your name here and sign in? That way
Sure, if you have
I can use you even if you didn't completely do it. All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad I remembered to turn it off because sometimes I forget, and next thing you know, I'm having these private conversations out there, and this is still on. Um, but also remember that, Carol, you can always talk to me and tell me I can't hear you. You don't need to do that. Like I can hear you, but I
Oh,
don't know that you're not hearing me. So you can just
okay.
say, "We can't hear you." I'm
Good to
like
know.
talking to you, and you're like, you
I
know.
thought you were having private conversations. It didn't look like everyone was back.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I was asking Gigi to get them, but the two people who are missing went to sign up for the pantry that I told them about. So it'll be a while. So I'm gonna keep going because
Oh,
it's
okay.
two people and they're in a row. And then Rod came in and he's signing up, but he's not gonna come back in today because he's going to Ventura right now. So anyway, it's adding up. Some things are. We'll get there.
Yeah. I
If,
thought the
if
same
you are new
thing.
today and Evelyn's new today and Roz new today, so we were 14, that's 17. That's better because they need 20. So at 17, they're not going to cancel us. I hope,
Yeah.
because normally they would have canceled us, but since this is a class that's a beginning 1, 2, 3, I think, and because they know I always fill them, I think they're giving us some leeway. What I didn't tell them is the news that I just wasn't going to beg this time. I was going to let it be what may. So if they're counting on me to fill it, I really decided I just want people who want the class, and we'll see where the chips fall. So
You need a
anyway,
PR person.
I know. I Yeah, you're right, and I could put flyers up at the Mac if they would allow me. I could try to ask them if I can put flyers in there or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. But the best thing is always word of mouth. But yeah.
Oh, well, that's true.
But yeah, because people go, oh, another class is going to be too fast for me, too slow for me, too this for me, too that for me, and you know the people better, and you go, no, it's good, or no, it's too slow for you, it won't work for you, or it's perfect, don't worry, she's
Yeah,
patient.
go
Anyway,
for
Hey,
it.
hey, Diana,
yes,
have you thought about doing anything like with AI?
yes, and I'm torn about that because right now there's someone doing it, and I wanted to see what they were
Oops, we
teaching, so
can't hear
I,
you.
oh really?
Oh, I got it. Okay, I'm good.
Okay. I took her class the last time just to see what she was teaching, and it was good, but very biased. And that's the part that I didn't like about it because
Okay.
it's all pro, it's all good, it's all great. And it doesn't go into how to use it per se. It's a bit more theoretical. She just gave a couple examples of how to use it. Um, so I'm a bit torn. There's many other ways to approach it, and there's many things to be cautious about with AI. And this class that I took, you took it too, right, Evelyn? I think you said, yeah. It's very much like, oh, life is great and it's all rosy and it's
Yeah,
wonderful, and I don't think that's good. But anyway, she's not very unbiased because she works for
yeah,
the
bye.
system. So we talked about it, but since someone's already teaching it, it's hard to overlap, right? But maybe from a different point of view, I'm gonna see what I can do. But it's right now I'm creating these other two classes, and so until those are created, I won't be able. They only have a small amount of leeway for what can be created. You know what I mean? So we're
Yeah,
working on that.
yeah. Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's. I wish I could incorporate it in a way that's more older adult friendly than that
Yeah, well, I'm
was.
just trying to learn it myself, for what it is, and I
Yeah.
have the Gemini app, and it's helpful so far, asking
Yeah.
questions and
Yeah.
having it rewrite things.
Yeah. 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 And that's the whole point. It's very helpful, and it's also pretty insidious. And so
Yeah,
I need to find out where to use it and where to not use it. There's a
right.
lot of people who begin to use it to help them rewrite something, and then next thing they know, they're using them as therapists. So there's this like you got to be very
Yeah.
careful
Oh, yeah. Oh,
on
my
that
new
line,
meet,
or
meet my new.
when to invest your money, or it's like be careful with that kind of thing.
Meet my new girlfriend, AI girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that has happened.
Oh God, yeah, and kids who commit suicide because the AI is telling them not to tell their mom how they're feeling, stuff like that. So it's pretty. There's all these scary things, but
Yeah.
on the other hand, it's really helpful. So the question isn't, it's a tool, and how do you use it? And that's the
Yeah.
concern I had with the class I took here, that it was very much unbridled passion for it. It's wonderful, and it's like,
Oh,
no, you
right.
have to weigh the pros and cons and be very succinct and clear where you use it and what for, in which case it's really helpful. But yeah, I'm part of a think tank at school. We're trying to create an AI ethics toolkit to guide how the school is going to use AI, and we're working on that. So I'm trying, but the class, unfortunately, has already been taught by someone who is not being careful with that. I don't want to say her. The class was
yeah.
fine. I'm not trying to be alarmist, but it was all rosy flowers. Go for it. Jump in. And I think that there's a place for caution, a very big place for caution, and you need to be a bit more nuanced about how you teach that. And that's just me. Okay. So, if you have any, if you would like to write to me an email, a bit more specific about what you think or how you think a class that would be helpful for you who are looking into it, and technology, what part of it would be helpful. There's one thing is I know nothing about it. That's one idea of what a class would be, but also from someone who has some idea about it and is confused. It's very confusing. Like, what kind of things are you needing more clarification with? If you want to just throw me an email of what you're exploring and what makes sense for me, that would help me guide me more into what kind of class to create. I would appreciate
Yeah.
that. Of course, there's the, what's AI? Please tell me. To, how can I use it safely? What can I do? And what kind of questions? But then when you try to explore it, it's so big. It's like, where do I even begin, right? So, yeah. Anyway, so it would be helpful from students'
Yeah.
guidance as to what you specifically might want or need. But if you don't even know what it is, it's hard to ask. But someone who has
Yeah.
been looking into it and has a better idea is also someone I want to
I don't even know what questions to ask.
Yeah, so, exactly. Yeah. And that's a typical place for it. By the way, let me explain this. I talk all the time when my mouth gets dry. This is the kind of bottle that no matter what,
Wow,
and
nice.
even then, I will not do it on top of the keyboard. I will have it somewhere else. So if it falls out or lower. And this isn't low enough in my house. I have a little table that's about yay low. So I can drink while I'm on, but if it tips, it could never tip onto my computer. So have a little side table or something. It's not that you won't drink at your computer. If you're spending, we will, but have it lower, okay? And have it in something completely unspillable.
What's the name of that bottle?
This is a Contigo, but they have all these different brands. But one thing I like about the Contigos is that they are unspillable, right?
Contigo. Okay.
So, and lately what I've been doing, I put 2 tea bags and I fill it with tea, and it's so hot it lasts me all day. And I slowly sip at it, and I have something other than just water all day. I kind of like have something. I don't like anything sweet. My husband's into sweets. I don't like that. But sometimes I want, especially in winter, I don't want, water is cold. In winter, water is cold. In summer, I guzzle the water. But I didn't want to drink a lot of water when it was cold, so I'm making myself a double thing of tea, and I sip at it all day, and it's really nice. Anyway, that's my liquid. Okay. All right, so operating systems, we've clarified that all of you guys are either waiting to move up to Tahoe or you're in Sequoia. Pretty much, that's what everyone has said. And there's people in all these different levels, but yeah, thank you, Carol. Let's help get participants to keep the classes going. I appreciate that, because MAC level 1 and level 2, if they see that the numbers are still as low, they're not gonna keep them going. They're doing this in order to help it continue. All right. Sorry, I need to still hear me?
Yeah.
When I put it a bit lower, you can't hear me, but on my, here on my, my necklace, it's still working. There. Okay. All right. So system settings, we figure out how to tell both on the phone and on the computer what app we're on. For the most part, I was answering to upgrade the operating system on the phone pretty much all the time. The phone itself depends on your need and your financial situation. And as I said before, in a way, the less techie you are, the easier it is if you can upgrade more frequently. But that's also involves a financial output that might not make sense. So plan B is use it as long as you can, and at some point you have to do a lot of learning again. So that's for upgrades. Upgrades, be cautious. Updates, do them all the time. Okay? Okay. So now, the system settings are so important. I'm going to share this screen now as opposed to my other one. There we go. So this is my laptop. Okay. And if you notice, hold on, let me move this over here. Does this look like a very different computer than the one I had before, that I shared before? Well, it's a very different background. The other one had the forest, the trees, the sequoia trees.
Yeah.
And this one has this kind of, let me take this off. This one has like this rays of sun. So it looks like a different computer. And if you guys didn't think it looked like a different computer, then there you go. But pay attention to what's here on the side. And you'll notice that I have like something like a little wheelbarrow wagon image there. I have a couple of screenshots that are just called screenshots. Screenshot. So 4 things that are called screenshots. A wagon, a thing called system not working, and a Macintosh. This is my laptop. I'm going to stop this share, and I'm going to share my other computer with you. Completely different. Just because they're next to each other, they are not. They're a completely different computer. Hold on. Before I confuse the answer, just pay attention to this. Looks like a completely different computer, right? It is. These are not connected. This I take home. This is one thing. This is the school computer. Look at what's there on the side. Is it the same thing? Yeah, here's the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Here's one of the screenshots, 2, 3, 4. I told you I had 4 screenshots. There they are. They look in a different place. Here's the Mac and here's the system not working. It's the exact same stuff. So I have 2 different computers with the exact same stuff on them. How is that possible? Hold on. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change something. I'm going to call this one here, I'm going to change its name. I'm going to call this one alias sample. Okay? It's not about what are you sharing. Just notice that I just changed that name. Now, it's not going to be, I'm going to stop this share now. And I'm going to take you back to the first computer. What can you tell? That folder is now called alias sample. I am doing it on 2 separate computers, and they are identical. If I look into my files, they're the same files, the same everything. Why?
They're connected.
Because all my files are in the cloud, and both computers are connected through my same Apple ID. Does that make sense, you guys? So, what happens in one happens in the other. Not only that, but now let me show you my iPhone. Stop this share. And now I'm going to share my iPhone. Ah. Okay, so here's my iPhone. So remember that folder, that app that I called Files that I said I was going to explain to you a little bit? I'm going to go to that one. There it is. I'm going to click on that. And here's the desktop of my Files app. And what do you see here? The wagon. 1, 2, 3, 4 screenshots. And then a folder called Alias Sample, which used to be called System Not Working or something like that. Same stuff, right? So basically on my phone, I can access the same things that I have on my computers through the Files app. Got it?
Yeah.
If I had an iPad here, I would go to the Files app and find exactly the same thing. Okay? Why? Because all my stuff is in the cloud. For this account, everything is going through the cloud. Now, if I update something in one, it doesn't go from computer to computer, computer to phone. It goes from computer to cloud, cloud to computer, computer to cloud, cloud to phone, computer to cloud, cloud to iPad. So it's the hub. It's a central hub where it all gets processed. So I'm going to stop this share. Each device has its other capabilities. My phone has an app to play a game. My computer has an app to do Photoshop. My phone actually has it too. So each device has its own things. This one tracks my movements and stuff like that, right? But they're all connected to the cloud. So what each app can do, of which each device can do, as long as it can do it, like computer, you can, but you don't normally make a phone call on a computer. You'll use the phone for that. And on the phone, you're not going to do the high-end things that you do with your computer. But as long as it's a file that you have been able to save and create on any of these places and put them as a file that's been created into your computer, it can be findable in any of your devices through the cloud. So what is this cloud place? Well, let me... First, I'm going to show you this cloud place, and then we're going to go and see how to do that connection. So I'm sharing. This is Safari. And let me just find an image of a data center. So these images that you've seen or not seen before, whatever, these kind of images, right? This isn't sci-fi. These are actual hardware, real material places. We call them the cloud. This is the cloud. In fact, I was in a class the other day. We were talking about AI, and so many people think of it as like, oh, this thing that happens up in the cloud. No, it's real resources, water, time, humans, constructions, deserts being taken over by data centers. Deserts don't have water. These use tons of water to cool these machines. So it's using up tons of water, not for farming, it's for AI. That thing that we think is free and whatever uses a lot of resources, and it's actually physical. That's where it goes. Now, that's the good and the bad news. The good news is that there is no such thing as a real cloud in the sky that has it. Your stuff is stored in here, but not on one of these computers. This isn't like right there, there's Mary's stuff, and right there is Denise's stuff, and right there is Gigi's stuff. No. It all goes into, for example, Apple might have its own data centers, or sometimes it hires out to, Amazon seems to be the one that builds these centers and hires them out. That's why Bezos is one of the richest guys. Not because of what he sells on Amazon, but because of these data centers. And hires out loads of space in these places to all these companies, where then you get to put your stuff. And so it gets divided into like all of our stuff that we put in the cloud gets dispersed amongst wherever there's space. So you might have a photo in one computer and another photo in another one, another photo in another one. So it's not like if one computer dies, you're going to lose all your stuff. It's all backed up 10 and triple times. So it's very safe, other than hackers getting in. And hackers is something that the company is supposed to protect, and hackers can get in anywhere. So the thing is that unless you are a person of note, a person that really makes sense to, ooh, this person is some celebrity, I'm going to go hack that celebrity. Most of the time, if your stuff is going to be in trouble, it's because they're going to hack companies, right? They're going to hack into the Pentagon. They can hack into Target. They can hack into Apple. As far as I'm concerned, my knowledge, they have never hacked into Apple, but if you can hack into anything, you can probably hack into anything as well. People talk about how safe this stuff is. Well, it's as safe as anything that's online right now. Identity theft is everywhere on the one hand, and on the other hand, that identity theft is something that more probably can happen to anyone. If you lose your wallet or you give away your Social Security by mistake and then people pick that up and start using it, that's more probable than someone hacking into your account on Apple. You know what I mean? At most, what they'll do is hack into companies and get people's passwords, and then they go in and try to use those passwords on the banks and stuff like that. So that's why you need to be more careful. It's not so much that your individual stuff on your iCloud account is going to be hacked, more like system-wide failures. You know what I mean? So anything that's really important, you should also have probably a little physical copy somewhere of the stuff that really matters, as usual. But then fires come through, and who knows? Everything is as safe as everything is, right? All right, so that said, everyone, go ahead and we're going to go check our iCloud accounts, that place that I've been telling you. Computers talk to each other, iPhones talk to each other through the iCloud. Let's go to the iCloud. So get in. If your computer died because you haven't been using it, then wake it up again. And then let's go to iCloud.com. And we're going to sit and wait for everyone, and then I'm going to show you how to know how to get in there. So first, get into your Pipeline account. I think there's an extra space up there. Go in front of the E and take some spaces out. Oh, before, yeah, make sure there's nothing there, and then right. I'm not sure, but I think, yep. Yeah, 20. I thought it was 15 minutes, but after 20 minutes. So when you guys are just sitting there watching me talk, jiggle your keyboards or do something, because after 20 minutes of nothing, I go off. And you know, we took our break and whatever, and then you don't have to. Okay, so let's go over to Safari, for example, and let's click iCloud.com under the search, iCloud.com. Okay, so go to Safari or browser in the internet. Is that the one you use? Okay, Firefox then. Go to Firefox and go to iCloud.com. Okay, is everyone going to iCloud.com? You're getting in still? There. Oh, okay, you can do it on your phone too. All right, so hang in there. I'll show you if you're being stopped at getting in. At home, you guys, are you getting in? Now, I haven't asked you to get in yet because some of you don't even know how to get into your iCloud. Let me just make this bigger. I forget that those of you who are here need this to be a bit bigger. There we go. So here I'm in iCloud.com, and hold on. Yeah.
Which one?
So when you write iCloud.com,
Yes. Okay.
then you can just hit return, and it'll take you straight there.
Okay. So I don't have to pick any of those. Okay.
And there you go. So here you are. Now,
So I need to sign in.
so when we say we need to sign in, the way to know what your iCloud account is to use your phones. Now, Evelyn, do you know if you have an iCloud account? Because it's free to make, so you probably don't have one. Okay, so if you go to your phone or your computer, it doesn't matter. If you go to your settings app, at the very top of your settings app, it'll show you what your Apple ID is. So I think at home you guys know what it is. I'm going to help Mary here, and then we'll see if Evelyn can get one. So, see that there? That's your Apple ID.
Oh, that's my Apple ID.
Yeah.
So I need to sign in here.
gurgismary@gmail.com. And I know that for some of you guys it's also an email or it's an old email, and you go, oh, but I don't use that one anymore or whatever. So, sign in with Apple account. Wait, hold on. Update password. Since this might be right or wrong, let's for now not even say no thanks. Let's just done. And, oh, you're using Chrome. Do you use normally Chrome in your computer? Yeah. Okay. So sign in with your iCloud.com. Email or phone. I've never done it with email or phone number. Hold on. So let's back out. Go here. So that is your Apple ID, Gustafsonrodney7@gmail.com. So try that one first. That, whatever it says down there. That is your Apple ID. How are you doing here? Oh, no, you don't need to get in online. These computers are connected without Wi-Fi, so cancel. Yeah. Okay, so go to your phone first. This is not Safari. This is the system settings. So we're doing it in the iCloud. So go to your system settings, and let's back out. Okay. So that is your Apple ID right there. MGMCA2000. That is your Apple ID. Okay? No, you're not. That is your Apple ID. So now here, so just saying, that's what you need. Now, what you need to do is you need to go to, no, because that's your settings. Now you're going to the internet to find that cloud that's not on your computer. So I'll explain again what we're doing, but go over there and write iCloud.com. Sign in, and you need to write that. That's your Apple ID. It used to be called Apple ID. Now it's called Apple Account. I keep forgetting. Okay.
I always get this thing, but I don't know what this.
Well, I don't know if you might have it past. No, you might not have it right now. So if you don't have it, then say continue. So do you know your Apple ID's password?
It's supposed to be there.
Go ahead and no, it's not online. It's not supposed to be there. It'll be somewhere else. So that's why I'm saying if you try it, and if not, we'll help you find it. Okay, so here's where we're at least here in person. I'm going to help you in a second, Evelyn, but just to confirm, Carol, are you in? How are you doing with that? Did you find your Apple ID?
I was having trouble. All of a sudden, I'm back to Zoom Workplace, and now when I clicked on Zoom, I can see you and myself now.
Okay.
And I've got iCloud under it, I guess, or is that something?
Is the iCloud thing that I'm doing like this, moving around, that's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Then I don't
You can minimize that window and go to your own Safari or Chrome, whichever one you like to use, or Firefox, and type iCloud.com. So I know Gigi needed some clarification, and maybe Carol too. Guys, pay attention to me for a second. What we are doing, and this is in particular to Gigi's question, and maybe Mary, can you listen to me for a quick second? So I know, but I just want you to be clear what we're looking for. On your computer, you have stuff. On your phones, you have stuff. So we're trying to look for that extra place, that place in the cloud, which is really in those big data centers. That's what we're trying to get into. So the only way to get into those places is to go to the internet. So that's why we go into Safari or Chrome or Firefox versus our computer settings. Because we're trying to go, our computer settings are part of our computer. We don't want to go into our computer to find the stuff. We're trying to find it out there. So what you are doing right now, let me clarify, would be the same thing you would be doing if, say that your computer broke, your phone broke, say that you're traveling somewhere. I always use this because say that you're going to Paris You might not bring your computer with you. It's vacation. You just bring your phone with you. But then it gets stolen or it breaks because it falls into a fountain. Right? So then you're like, I need to get into my iCloud. So you go to the hotel's computer, and how do you get into the iCloud? You go to iCloud.com. You can't go into its computer to find your stuff. That's why we're not going into our own settings center or anything. Imagine that you have traveled somewhere else and you're going into a browser on your daughter. You're visiting her in New York and you're going into her computer. You're traveling in Paris and you're at the hotel. I was about to say you're traveling, and I was looking at your sweater, but it says Los Angeles, so no, we're not traveling. No. You were traveling to Los Angeles and you steal your stuff. For a second, I thought it might say Paris or something. It says Los Angeles. And you need to access your contacts to ask for help. Your phone, when you lose your phone, you know how we don't remember people's phone numbers anymore. And you need to call your son to say, hey, help, whatever. All of the data that was on your phone, on your computer, should be on the cloud. You need to get to the cloud. iCloud.com on any computer will meet you with, well, what's your account? What's your Apple account? So that's one that if you have your phone, you can check. I just showed you how to check what it is. But if you don't have your phone because they stole it and you're not at home, that's when you need to know. Because that's the whole point of needing it. Normally we don't go to the cloud for anything. It's like insurance, right? Why would you need to go? Because you've lost your device, your other one's in Santa Barbara, and now how do you get to your stuff? So you go to any computer, iCloud.com. All right, who are you, says iCloud. And you go, oh, I am. And you put in your Apple ID, Apple account. It used to be called Apple ID. Now it's been called Apple account since November. Since Tahoe, and called Apple account. That is the one you need to remember, because if you don't remember that one, who do you ask? Because your phone's been lost and your computer's at home. Does that make sense? So that one, remember it. And if you don't remember it, I just showed you guys, if you have your phone, how to find it, right? And if you don't have your phone, then you have to put it in some safe box that someone has access to when you call them, if you remember their phone numbers, right? So it's kind of like this self-fulfilling, like you need to call someone to get for help, to get into your drawers to find that piece of paper, but you can't call them because you don't have their number because you lost your phone, right? So, yeah. So, iCloud.com. When it says sign in, this is one that you need to know. You need to know your Apple account. Okay? So, this is the Apple account that I use for teaching, SBCC0 on iCloud.com. That's the Apple account. Notice that on this computer, it has a Touch ID, which, if that's what you do, because you're in your own computer, so you use your password, or even Rod or Denise, you were looking into your phones to find the passwords or stuff. What's the problem with this? Listen, Mary, listen, everyone. Carol. What's the problem with me suddenly using my finger to get in? If the whole point is that I'm in the hotel's computer because my computer's in Santa Barbara and my phone got stolen, can I get in this way with a finger? No. I need to know the password. Now, there's not many passwords that I think you need to really know. But if you're traveling, even if it's to LA to see your daughter, and that's where things get lost, and you need to be able to call an Uber to get someone. If you lose your main device, you're kind of blind. You know how we depend so much on our phone now, right? So if you can get to someone's phone and ask them to get into your account, ideally it's someone you know, because you're getting into your account, and then you sign out. This one password is the access to all your stuff. So it's an important one to know the account and to know its password, not depend on the computer to remember it for you. Because the best case scenario, you'll never lose anything. and life is good. But that's what insurance is all about. It's for the worst case scenarios. So this is one that you should try to know. Not to say you should now be trying to find it in one of your devices, but the whole point is, what if your devices aren't with you? What if a fire ravages Santa Barbara like it ravaged the Palisades? How do you get your stuff back? Does that make sense? So do your best. If whatever password you discover works is really confusing and it's not one of the ones that you remember, then put in one of the good ones. And in the class handouts, I have a lot of information of how to reset your password or how to get help resetting it. No one knows it. You can't go to Apple and have them get in your account. They don't know it. You need to have gone into your account and have given them an updated email address. So something we never do in this class, because it's so private, but I want you guys to do, I'm going to show you how to get to it. I want you guys to check that the information that's in your account for security purposes, for like them contacting you to reset your password, is an updated email address. You might have given them an email address 10 years ago when you first set up your account, and you're not using that email address anymore. Does that make sense, you guys at home?
Yes.
It needs to be a valid way for them to send you a code for you to be able to create a new password. But if you haven't had to do that because you've been using your finger to get in, or, you know, it's very comfortable to do that, then you're in trouble, right? So we're going to do that this time. I've brought you to the iCloud account a couple times. I'm going to show you how to look into these settings. I need to do it in a way that kind of says, okay, we got to this point, and then I'm going to blank it out, and you have to control, because I can't tell you what my settings are because this is being recorded. But I'll get you to the point where then we can read. And then don't look into other people's screens, but just you put in, all they need is your alternate emails, and you need to make sure that they're updated emails and updated phone numbers, okay? So that you can receive from them information to reset your password if you're somewhere far away. Okay, now I am going to sign in with my Touch ID just because I can, because I'm right here, because I'm going to show you now how to get in there. So I have gotten into my account, and all I want to show you here right now is that if I go to my drive, it looks like the Files app on the computer. See how it's called Files on my phone? Let's see how it's the same icon. That drive is the Files app on your phone and on your iPad. So I click on Drive, and that's what it's like on your computer. And if I go to my, if I browse my desktop, give me a second, what's here? Recognize it? It's a bit harder to see, but see the little wagon there? And the 4 screenshots? Isn't that what I had on my desktop all along, on all my devices and on my phone?
Right.
Yeah. So it's tiny, but it's the same stuff. So this is the desktop, is the same stuff that I have on all my devices. Now, the desktop is the same. And the documents are the same. These are the documents that exist in my phone and my computer, in both my computers and my iPad, under this iCloud account. What is not the same, and this goes to Bob. Bob, remember that you mentioned that whenever you download something on your phone?
Yeah.
This downloads, pay attention, this downloads is not the same downloads as your computer's downloads. And we're going to talk more about that. But this downloads here is anything I have downloaded on my phone. When you download something on your phone, it has to go somewhere called Downloads. And this is it. On your computer, when you download it, something goes to your downloads on your computer. So the downloads of your phones and your computers are personal to that device. They're not communal. And that's the only part. I wish they called it iPhone downloads or Mac downloads, but they don't. It's called downloads, and that is the only thing that's different, okay? So go ahead now, and let's all click on, let me go back on your iCloud Drive, and you might discover that you have nothing there. So hold on. I somehow signed out. Didn't mean to, but I did. Here we go. Let me take you back to look at the drive. Look over here. There's the drive icon there in the iCloud, or there's the drive right there, and it's showing you some recent stuff. If I click on drive right there versus there, it's going to go to the same place, only it's already going to default to the recent. So there's recents, browse, shared, recently deleted, or downloads. Those are the ones that you can do. I go to browse, and that takes me to the desktop or the documents or the downloads, okay? Carol, Bob, Yolanda, how are you doing over there?
I'm
Have you
good.
gotten into this place, Carol, at all, or do you want to share your screen so I can give you a hand?
I don't know that I can even share my screen. I've got I don't know. I can see you and your stuff, but I can't see
Okay,
anything
so I'm
else.
going to stop my share for a second, and if that clarifies anything, can you now move things out of the way and then open your own Safari or Google or whatever in order to...
Well, what I've got is Zoom Workplace.
Describe a bit what you have and see, and if not, share your screen and I'll walk you through how to share your screen.
I don't think I could do that either. Okay. I've got a mess here for some reason. I don't know how I did that. SBC Zoom data is at the top.
Okay. So, what do you have in front of you? Zoom right now?
I have the SBCC Zoom, clicking allow to allow it.
No, you don't need to close that window.
I don't need to join again. It says join.
No.
Oh,
So close
okay.
that window. That's the first window. Now, on the
Okay.
Zoom where you see me talking,
Okay, I've got that.
do you see in the bottom some buttons? Read out to me what buttons you see.
Audio, video, participants,
Okay.
chat, react, more, leave.
More. Okay, so go to more.
Okay.
Under more, one of the ones under more should say share.
Oh, way up there. Okay, got it.
Okay, click on share.
Got it.
All right. Now, on the top left, you should see, on the very bottom, you should see another little share button, blue with white letters.
Yes.
Click on that, and then it probably is going to ask you, there it is, you're sharing. Cool. So now, do you see the thing that says allow? Go ahead and say allow.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. Cool, now I can help you. Now,
Should I stop the share? No.
close that. You don't need that because that you're already in our email. So close that email. Click on that, and then stop the share. That email is what I wanted you to say. Share again. Go back and share again.
Okay. All right. Now I'm back on what? Okay.
So go back to the dots that say more, and then go to share.
I'm in share.
Okay,
There's
now
another
click
share
on-
at the bottom.
Click on the
Right.
bottom, share in the. There we go. All right. So what I meant to do, and let me get my notes here, is this little email here. You don't need it anymore because you're in the class. So click on that little red button. It's going to be red once you put your mouse on it there and X that out. Okay, good. You're done. Okay. So now let's go to Safari. Right there.
Oh, okay. I was trying to find it on the top.
Okay, and then here you can write iCloud.com. Okay, and now hit return or enter. What's that? Time flies. Now hit return or enter. There we go. Now scroll down a little bit. You'll see the sign in. There.
Oh.
Sign in. Now, do you know what is your Apple account?
Yeah.
Well, there it is, Carol Gear. So here's the example of you can put your finger in there and you'll get in. But you need to learn what it is because otherwise it'll be hard to get in.
I've got an account.
Okay, go ahead and put your finger on your little touchpad so you'll get in. You know, on your top right finger button?
I did, and
Try again because it doesn't seem to be reacting.
Well, it gets darker, but then it didn't do anything. Come on, babe. Uh,
There. Now that finger. Huh.
it says
Like
I
it's
can.
reading it. Do you have that
Okay,
in
now it's okay. Oh,
No, so it gave up on you. So now sign in with password. See, it gave up on you and says, okay, that looks like your finger. So now put in your, listen to me, Carol.
yes.
Password it needs is the one that you use to open your computer. That's the one it wants.
Oh, are you sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
because the user is the one that, okay, well, either I'm wrong or put the other one.
I thought I needed my one for the Apple ID.
Okay, well, it says the user. Sign in on Safari for the user, but, oh, it's not the computer user. You're right, so it's probably your Apple ID. No?
Well, that didn't work either.
Usually when it says user, it means your computer, what you use in the morning to open up your computer.
Okay.
Try that one more time. Class isn't over till 4:05.
Ah,
4:05. Which is fine, but just so you know. Where? The book is always wrong.
all right. Now I got welcomed to iCloud.
Got it. You can see the recording. So I was going to show you the recordings. Now it's a bit late, but next time I'll show you the recordings. Okay, yeah, scroll to the bottom. Bye, Mary. Nice to see you. Scroll all the way down. It keeps going, keep going, keep going. You can grab this and drag it down to go much faster.
Oh, okay.
That little guy there. Drag it all the way down.
All
There.
right.
And now go a little bit lower. And now it'll say agree. Keep going down a little bit more. There, agree. And then say okay, agree. And here you go. You're in your iCloud. And now you can go down and see all the stuff that's in the cloud. Right? So your window is so small, so it's showing kind of one after the other. Mine was a bit bigger, so it was going down.
Oh, okay.
So there's your drive,
Yeah.
right? And then there's your photos, and there's all your other stuff, depending on what you have. Okay?
Okay.
All right, so don't go anywhere. We're going to be reading about this, your storage, and all that. So I'm going
Okay.
to stop your share, and I'm going to keep going.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so you guys, is everyone in, other than Evelyn, because she doesn't have one? If you want one, you need to create one. Have you been creating one? You can create your Apple account and then create one. Okay? All right, so you're all in. Rod, did you get in? Denise, you got in? Gigi? What's that? Yes, that's where we are so far. Perfect. Okay. So now, let me share my screen. All right. So here's where I had left you guys. Now notice that this is just, I just told you to go and find your files. But the iCloud is more than just your files. To get to your files, you went to iCloud Drive. Okay, no one's paying attention to me, so I'm going to stop talking until someone looks up. You're still trying there, I got it.
I'm listening.
Is there something I can do to help you, Rod, or not? Okay, so let me just say, iCloud Drive is one app in the cloud that holds your files. But there's more things in the cloud, so if you click on the word iCloud again, it brings you back here. And then you can see that you also have photos. You have mail if you use your iCloud Mail. If you don't use your iCloud Mail, if say you use a Gmail, you will not have your mail here. You have your contacts, your numbers. Now I'm going to stop for a minute because I have a feeling that I need to help, Rod? Do I need to help you? Okay. So hang in there. Let me just show you something. So everyone, stop trying to do whatever you're doing, Rod. Everyone pay attention to me so I can give something for everyone to do, and then I'll go help you. If you go to the top right, there's a little circle there. It'll probably have your initials. Mine has a little flowers because I put little flowers on it, right? Do you see that there? Top right, a circle. When you click on that, this is your account. Manage your Apple account, which is a little bit what Rod's trying to do. Remember I told you I was going to take you into where you can check to see that the emails that you have and all the security settings to get in are updated and your password is updated? You do that there. So everyone click on that. I've never taken this class there, so manage your Apple account. Now you're creating yours, so you won't have it yet. And here, it's going to be like what emails and phone numbers do they have of yours that are valid if things get lost. Okay, is there a security? What's the latest? I haven't updated it since 2021. So that kind of thing. So if I click on my password, it's going to ask me, oh, you can't change the password on the web. Stolen devices is turned on. That's because I have something, yeah. Otherwise, people could hack in and change your password on the web. So they're asking you to change it in one of your devices. Yeah, because it's like it's trying to make sure that you are you. It's make sure that no one's trying to hack into your account. So you need to look at all the devices that I have. Choose your device. So anyway, that's where you go. Go ahead and go to that spot. I'm going to kind of stop sharing because I don't want, my personal stuff to be out there. But that's where you go. Here and manage your Apple account. And that's, I think, where Rod is trying to do stuff. And then you can do that on your phones or your, I'm going to mute. I think that's coming from Bob's computer. Okay, so I'm going to stop there for a minute. And I'm going to go and help Rod. Everyone, go and look and see if those passwords and numbers are updated. If what they have is correct. If it's an email that's so old that it's not. And then ideally you can set up a two-factor authentication and stuff like that. Okay, so what's happening?
So my old password didn't work.
Did you say
Mutual First Stage Valley is not working. For Nomad Tango, and the IT guy deleted it or something. So I just have to create
a new what? A new. Okay.
To get into my email, there it is. This is my email.
The Apple account password has been reset.
Yeah.
But you had to get into your email first. Got it. Okay, so your Apple account has got to be reset. If you didn't everything, so if you need to, okay, so that was you. Okay.
Yeah, that was me. That's what
so now, go to iCloud.
Okay.
And let's refresh first. Give it a little refresh right there.
Here.
Yeah, just to make sure. Okay. Now do a sign in. And now put in, again, your email. No, don't use that because that's going to remember the old stuff. So go ahead and...
This was the new one, my new email.
Are you sure? No, because right now it doesn't know the new one. So write it all in the first time.
Okay.
Write the whole thing. Now say continue. Like, don't use those this first time. Say continue or it'll be really confused.
Yeah.
And once you put the new one there, put the new one, and then it'll say, oh, should I update? And then you'll say, yes, update. Yep. Okay, and now go ahead and say sign in, and if all is good, it'll say, oh, do you want to update the password? Has been signed in, say allow. Yeah, and now, oh, it's okay, because it's basically say done, because it's asking you to sign into your, so, and
I
then,
don't need
yeah,
that.
say done.
Okay.
15422, oh.
Shoot.
Well, it'll be in your texts, right? Where's your messages? No, that's your phone. Where do you have your... Here I told you to... Do you text? Where's your text app? Do you text or not? If you don't text much, messages, it's the messages app. Okay, so go back here. No, this is WhatsApp. That's your message. No, hold on. This is your message. Yeah. Go to the.
Diana, your screen the screen doesn't show the action you're doing. It shows the pictures only of the people attending. So
One second. I'm just helping.
Sure,
Rod.
I'm
Give
sorry.
me a second. 56 here. Let's just write 563-589. 563-589. You need to have them know your number, your phone too, because say trust. Because if the code that you're being trying to sign into is the same computer, then you're in the same problem. Okay, you're in now, and your computer has updated your password. But now go to your account and make sure they have this number and that they can text you, because that's your. Yeah, you're done. Sorry. Hi, Mary. I was helping Rodney. What was that? What did you ask? Someone here said I wasn't showing.
She said you weren't seeing the screen.
Mary, you're muted, but you're not. Yeah, right now I stopped sharing. I was just.
Okay. Sorry. Okay.
I was giving support in person to Rod, and so I was like, I told people to go to their settings, which you can't do right now because you're driving, to go to their account settings and confirm that their phone numbers and emails that Apple uses to let you in is updated. Because if you don't remember your password and you have to renew it, and they send it to an old email that's not valid anymore, then you're in trouble. So you need to make sure that they have a valid number. Does that make sense?
Got you. Yes. Thank you.
So has everyone gone in to manage your Apple account and checked that the phone number that it has and the emails that it has are valid, updated? I don't want to go there even with shares while I'm recording. So if you want to share your screen, I will pause the recording. Does anyone need to share? Carol, do you need some help with that?
I do.
Okay. So go ahead and share your screen. And when we're getting to the point where we're sharing personal stuff, I will pause the recording. Y'all need to remind me to
Share the
continue the
screen.
recording.
I forgot what the screen is.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
So on your Zoom, where you see me talking, on the bottom you have some buttons. From the left to the right, it starts with audio, video, participants. Do you see that?
I see more, notes, apps.
Okay, so under more, do you see share?
The share is a green one.
It's a green one, yes. Click on that one.
Okay, now, I click the share.
There you go, you're sharing. By the way, the share used to be a green button and it was so easy to explain. And this latest iteration updated, it's not green anymore. And I'm like, oh, the one easy thing, which was to say, look for the green button, it's not green anymore. So now it's harder. I know, can you make things more complicated? Okay, so now, go ahead and let's close this or minimize it. This is your email. I want to get out of your email right now.
Yeah, it won't close since this morning. I don't know how
Go to this little yellow button and see if you can minimize it.
The yellow button.
Right here. You're almost there. Do you see it? The circle I made.
The circle you made?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, the yellow one, the middle one. Let me turn out here.
Okay, the middle one.
Yeah, click on that.
It won't move.
Well, let me see. Huh. It won't. Okay. Just needed to try it one more time. All right. So then you need to go over here to the Apple.
Apple. Right.
Top left. Yeah.
Click on it.
Click on that. Yeah. Huh. It's not working either. So it looks to me that you are. Oh, something moved there. So try again on the Apple.
The Apple.
Yeah, that one. Click. It clicks. I can see your window.
Shall I press force quit?
No. Yes, exactly. Click on force quit. And
Still will not do
here,
it.
over here, move over here. Follow the green line to the right.
Oh, I see. Okay, this one
Follow the
right
green
here.
line all the way here. Yep, there we go. And then choose mail and force quit. And
Force quit.
Down here. Force quit.
Oh, I see. Okay. Sorry about
And
that.
then
My
it's
brains
okay.
are still okay.
That's
Shall I also
yeah,
quit on this force quit?
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
Okay. Now close the force quit.
oh.
Close the force quit.
So anything else I need to quit?
Yeah, the little force quit button. So the little red button here, the force quit. Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go to Safari.
Safari.
Down here on your side. Yeah, Safari.
Did you say I should touch it or quit it?
No, you need to open it. It's happening.
Oh,
It's jumping around. Give it a minute. Well, are you doing with your account, Evelyn? It's working? Oh. Okay, Safari is having a hard time opening, huh?
it says you are screen sharing. Am I screen sharing?
Yes, you are. So say okay, allow, or yes.
Stop share.
No,
See.
don't stop share. Just allow. Why is it not? Ugh.
Yeah, that's what been my problem since the time it started. That's why I'm so screwed up, and my brains are not working.
Yeah.
I still, since last December,
Yeah.
my brains are not working. So
Well, I don't know why
shall I press it?
Diana, we lost your voice.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So Yolanda, I stopped your share to see if that helps you open. Did it work now?
I'm not touching anything.
Is Safari opening or still bouncing?
Oh, the Safari stopped moving, but it's not doing anything.
Okay, click on it again to see if now it opens.
Click
So that
on
was
it.
my alarm for
Oh,
15 minutes for class to be over. So that was just my reminder that we have 15 more minutes. Okay. So Carol, were you able to get into your account? Do you want to share your screen?
I'm in iCloud.
Okay. Did you go onto the right button and say Manage Apple Account? Top right?
I don't. What kind of button?
Why don't you share your screen and I'll show you again.
Okay.
Go to Zoom. I'm waiting to see if Yolanda's computer gets out of its bouncy mode.
You want me to go to Zoom?
Go to Zoom and go to Share. You had it under More.
It wasn't there. It's not there.
So
Well.
read to me the buttons that you see.
Oh, okay. Now I've got to share. Okay. Sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay.
It was delayed.
Yeah. All right, so Share and then the Share button again. There we go. All right, so now over here, that circle. Hold on, where's my light? Here we go.
I see your pen. I don't see a
Yes,
circle.
right there. See this arrow that I'm pointing to this corner?
Oh, right away. I got faces of people. Should I get rid of them?
Yeah. Or just move this whole thing over a little bit.
Okay.
Move it from here to the left. So there we go. Oh, you're stretching it instead of moving it, so the part that matters is still there. So move it from here, from the neutral part of here. Look at up what I'm talking about, where the names are. See up the title bar. Way up higher, 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 higher. Yes. Click a little bit higher than that. Just, yeah. There. Click and drag it over to the left.
Oh,
There
I'm
we
sorry.
go.
Okay, thank you.
So now this is the circle that I'm saying. It looks a bit like a tennis ball or something, or a dandelion. Right there It's hard to see it on
I'm not seeing anything. Oh, yeah, it's like a golf ball. I
like a
don't know
golf
when.
ball. There we go. Click on that. Good. And now manage Apple account.
Oh, okay.
So now we're not in the iCloud. We're going to your Apple ID account that you created, and now maybe on your phone you got a
They just sent some
verification.
numbers. Wait a minute.
Yeah. This is to make sure they want to make sure that you are you and not someone else, you know. So that's why they're trying to
Okay.
verify.
So all right.
Okay, so give it a second. All right, so now I guess you can put in your finger there again and get in with that. But if it didn't work last time, it's going to ask you to the computer again.
I wonder if I'm
Your Touch ID, you might need to re-record your Touch ID.
maybe I'll use my middle finger.
Could be. Then go ahead and sign in with a password then.
The password to
over
what?
here.
To
Same
the Apple ID?
with your Apple account. Yeah, so no, go ahead and let's see what it says. Click on that. And the
Okay.
user, you used it last time and it worked. So the Apple ID password.
Oh,
Apple
oh,
account.
oh, okay, wait a minute. Where did I go? No, there was,
You tried two. One of them worked.
oh, crap.
Then it's the other one. Either that or it's a typo.
I hate this.
Yeah. But we're doing this in order to make sure that we have the right info in there. So normally this isn't something we do a lot.
Oh, well, that's good because
Putting you guys through this because I want to make sure that security-wise, if you need...
I have an Apple ID
Okay.
under.
But use that one. I think that this is the user computer that you use on your computer to open. I think that's what it's asking for, but I'm not sure. You had
Oh,
two. You tried
You
one.
want me
and
to try to use that?
try that one. Say continue. And
Oh,
okay, then not. Then try the other one.
well, the other one didn't work either. So it's
But a bit earlier it had worked, so you might have typed it wrong. Just try again. So you used it, I don't know, half an hour ago and it worked. So
Yeah.
keep trying.
Well,
I'm going to...
Go ahead. Go back to helping
No,
others.
no, keep going. You keep trying. When I'll go and help someone, and meanwhile you keep trying. You're still sharing. That's good.
Okay.
How are we doing?
I had an old ID from my work. The IT guy discontinued it, but I think that old thing now.
I think it's all good. Yeah. 817-866. I'll remember or write it down just in case. Last time we didn't. 817-866.
Nah, damn thing.
Okay. 817-866. All right. How are you doing? Were you able to do everything you need to do? You checked in your Apple account. You gave it all fresh stuff. Yes, I trust because this is your computer, so yeah. You wouldn't want to say that all the time too.
Oh, I got in.
You got in. Okay, good. Now write down whatever that one is. That's the one for your Apple ID. Okay. So
That
now,
was the one that opened my computer. Okay.
okay,
That
so
worked.
now what you need to do is check to see if these and two more are all good and correct and updated. It was last updated in 2023, your password. So check
Okay.
and see. But most important, like two-factor authentication, 6 trusted devices. So check and make sure that those devices are still trusted. Because you know what? That probably, okay, that's an example. Guys, look, this is a good example. Under account security, she has 6 trusted devices. And we just heard that she just updated her computer and her phone. So probably her old computer and her old phone are trusted devices. And if someone gets a hold of them, if she didn't completely eliminate them or erase them, one thing you can do is from here take it off of a trusted device. Does that make sense? So now scroll down, and here it's showing 2 phones. The question is which, and 2 Macs, right? And so which ones are, and then the Wave Center.
Yeah. Well, that's
And then
interesting.
your iPad. So we don't know right now which one of these is the new one, but go ahead and click on this for a second, and let's see if it describes what it is. See, there's an arrow here. So click on this arrow, and let's see which is the new one, which is the old one. iMac
2 is probably what they did when they
this
ordered
might
it.
be your new one. Okay, so go back down.
Down where?
Turn
Here?
this. Yeah, Mac. Hold on. No, go down a bit more. So this looks like it's your old one because Mac OS 12. So I think this is your old one. But first, we're going to go check on the other one to make sure. But since it says Mac OS 12, which is really old, this is probably your old one. Go ahead and close that. We're not getting rid of it yet. We're confirming.
So
Yeah, click on that.
exit.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got rid of that computer, right? You don't still have it anymore?
I don't know where. I think I think I don't know what I did. I've got a box, and I think maybe I have it in the box.
Okay,
yet.
so then don't do it. And how about you? So then don't get rid of it. And if there's a chance, you might still use it. And your phone? What did you do with that?
Well, I want to get rid of the data on it, so I don't want to.
All right, so then don't get rid of them from here yet. This is your
So
new
this
one.
is the 16,
This
so
is your
that's
new one.
correct.
So go ahead and close here this X to make sure that
Okay.
you don't. So then that means that the other one is your old one. But if you haven't gotten rid of them yet, then you need to first go to your phone and erase all the data from it, and then you go to your account and you get rid of it. So your iPhone 6.
Oh, I still have the phone. You're right. But I'm not using it. Okay.
Okay. So then turn it off. But see what I mean? If you guys have gear that you don't have anymore in here, that you used to have, your old phones, and they're not working, you've gotten rid of them, you should take them off of trusted devices. But she still has them, so then hold on to them. This is your new one. I can tell already.
You can.
Scroll down. Yeah, see how it's newer Mac OS? 15 versus the other one was 12.
Okay.
So this is your new one. Okay, so don't touch them because you still have these things. I just didn't know if you still had them. But for example, I have
what's
some
Wakens when I signed in at your.
Yeah, and if you come back, leave it because if not, it'll ask you to do the whole sign in again.
Oh yeah, I like number 10.
Yeah, so go ahead and see there it is, number 10. So stay with that one. Go ahead and turn this off now. You don't need to change anything, and your phone numbers and all your stuff is updated, so you're good. I recommend having, make sure your phone number is correct. Once you see that everything is good and all the emails are valid, then you're good. Then you can close out. Okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, so you can close this and close this tab. Oh, go down one more, guys. Go down one more. Keep scrolling down.
The security?
See, this is very important. Guys, 2 things are very important here.
Oh.
Hold on. Stay still. Don't move much. 1 second. Account recovery and legacy contact. And I'm going to not do this while you're recording, so don't do it yet.
Okay.
But see how it's not set up account recovery?
Right.
And I don't know, Gigi already signed out of yours, and class is going to be over in a few minutes. But as homework, I want you to go into the same place where you went into that manage your account. Check and make sure that all your numbers are correct, everything is good, and then go to account recovery and set it up, and it'll walk you through some steps. That's the best way if something happens to your account that you can get back into it with Apple being able to help you. And then one legacy contact is, in case you pass away, someone else couldn't get into your stuff, someone you trust.
I'm working on end of life stuff. Yeah, I do need to do that.
And over there it says one contact. Looks like you have someone already, but check it. Not now because this is all being recorded.
Okay.
But you should have someone who, unless you're like, hey, if I die, I want everything to go with me, that's fine. But if someone is supposed to be able to get into your stuff, into your bills, into your accounts, into your photos, if any of that matters and you trust someone completely, then This gives that person a permission for 1 year to get into your stuff, and after that, your account goes, right?
Okay.
So during that year, that person can get in there and save what needs to be saved and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
What's Denise, your...
It's the state
Okay, so this
person
is
who
all
coordinates.
under manage your account.
Yeah.
This is information. This is just how to do it. It's not your... Go into your iCloud. There, go into manage your Apple ID. Sign in again. Well, actually, all you really need is your account, but go to sign... No, go ahead. Yeah, you have to go in that way. If you, since it's your computer, if you say remember me, then it won't ask you each time. 681 665 681 665. Done. Okay. So there's, you had to say done to that one. So legacy contact. Maybe change, and then you click on continue on device, and then you get to, or did you scroll down? Go ahead and say okay. Scroll down. Can you scroll down more? No.
I went to learn more before.
Yeah, and that's when you went to the explanations. Yeah. So go back to that. And what happened when you said continue on your device? Send a notification. Look at your notifications. Okay, notification sent. Say okay. There, say notification was sent. Oh, because I guess they want you to set it up here. Legacy contact. There.
Oh, so it's the same than the one that's...
Yeah, it's your account, so it doesn't matter. So I guess they wanted you, since you had set it up there, that's where it is. Okay? You're welcome. Okay, guys? That's your homework. Gigi, did you have this set up and you're good with all this? Recovery, an account, and sign in, okay? Got it. So, you know, I wasn't showing that kind of stuff before, and then last time I began to show this, and it's so important to have these details, because we don't, it's as much as someone, it's so funny, because, you know, we don't even think about it, but who's going to get your books from your bookcase? Some of you might say, who cares, and some of you really want certain things to go to some people. But all your digital life now, if you guys are active on social media and it's important to you, you need to give someone permission to access it. If you pass away, Facebook's, like people for whom that's just a pastime, who cares? But for people for whom that's where all the important photos you ever took were sent, someone might want to access that stuff. You might want to put in a note saying, hey, this person passed away. You can't do that if you can't access the account. You know, there's all these, it seems, last thing we want to think about on the one hand, but on the other hand, for the person who stays behind, it's much easier, right? I think Yolanda, many years ago, when she first came to my classes, she was having a really hard time because she couldn't get into her husband's emails accounts, right, Yolanda? When he passed away, and that was the first time I thought about that. And this is, you know, a long time ago, and how painful that was beyond all the normal pains, and it's even more complicated. Your bills, your everything is going there. And how do you handle things? So, anyway, you want to make sure that you have that side of life handled too. She still needs all that, but it's one less thing because it might be, if she has your old computer, if she has, she should have set up her own iCloud account by now. But if she tries to go into iCloud.com using your Apple ID, through that computer, it won't be asking her to trust and all those things because it's trusting you already. Versus if you go through here, it's asking you through trust and everything, right? So, I mean, if she's also your legacy contact, I mean, clearly you trust her, so then it doesn't matter. But if you're handing it over to someone's kid, you know what I mean? It depends on who's getting it. Have it after, exactly. Who knows who that one's going to go to? Like if she doesn't need it and she hands it to her cousin or whatever, you know. So, okay, guys, I'll see you on Wednesday. Remember, there's always time to add people to the class if you know of something or someone. And go into your device, your accounts, set all that up. Make sure that you. Here's the real thing. Ideally, go to someone else's computer. For example, sit on one of these next week and go to iCloud.com and try to get into your account. And if you, without setting it up as yours, and if you can get in, that means you know how to get in. If you can't, it's only because your computer knows you. And if your computer knows you, isn't really a safety feature, right? Okay.
Great.
See you guys on Wednesday.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks.
welcome.
Thank you,
Bye.
Diana.
Yeah.
Thank
You're
you. See
welcome,
you
Randy.
Wednesday. Bye.
All right.